व्हाट्सअप आवाज ठीक है। आवाज ठीक है। आ जाओ स्ट्रीट पे आ जाओ स्ट्रीट पे आ जाओ स्ट्रीट पे आ जाओ स्ट्रीट पे आ जाओ। कहाँ तक पहुँचा मैच?
You know, Aura saw that. You know, Young
अबे गॉडलाइक
Galactica
मर गई।
saw that. So let's see what they could do in this game. And now with Dopeness getting eliminated
अरे
earlier,
तेरी ये तो
Tiango
बुरा
are
हो
like,
गया।
all right, hey, let's get a good game in here. Get out of this bottom three.
Yeah, exactly. You're not too far off. Couple points.
गॉडलाइक ही सबसे पहले मरी है। दो किल करके।
He'd have weakened them early.
62 ऐसे तो क्लोज चल जाएगा। या आइडिया भी ऊपर आ रही है।
Many players to rely on.
आइडा आइडा बोलते हैं आइडा आइडा। 9 मैच 3 मैच अभी हो गया 3 मैच बाकी है।
I mean S2G need to find themselves a good solidified position, and they do, right? They have a good spot in this next circle, especially if the zone goes up north. Yeah, I think now it's time to play things a little bit slower, slow things down. You got to get to end game if you're S2G. Fights right here are way too dangerous because if you take a fight, you're getting third party almost guaranteed. So slow it down a little bit.
कट ऑफ चल जाएगा 73 ये ऊपर जाएगा।
That's what you need. You need still a good amount
वापस से 90 जा रहा है कट ऑफ। वापस से 90 चल जाएगा कट ऑफ। लग रहा था कि नहीं जाएगा।
Good to see everyone being a little bit more cutthroat with the application of how they're playing, right? It's kind of what we were saying. You got to try and run a few more risks, and taking down Godlike now presents that opportunity to rise. Let's see where the zone's going to go on it. Who will get a bit of a gift?
Dead center. Dead center here. So the S2G are still in play here. The duo from Tiango are not going to be in trouble because
के भी फैंस है वही लोग चिल्ला रहे थे शायद।
You can see Vitality, you're driving right by everybody instantly moving on. S2G not happy with just taking that corner side. They want dead central, and they
are कोई मार दिए।
Vitality now. Oh boy, here comes TT Project looking to punish them in the shack. Nice shots there from Niaz.
होरा का तो बैंड बन गया।
Desperation points on the side of TT Project. They need every single one of them.
Sitting inside the vehicles for Vitality is the only play they can make. They quickly heal themselves up and re-peek back through. Razak, star player for this squad that's been popping off in this very battleground. They're going to go for the quick pick-up play, it seems. Federales runs in.
Knock हो गया उससे।
Just clipping the toes of Neos as he gets crushed. And Razy finishes it off there. They can block some of this space as well. Hard commit to that recovery. Make sure they get back to 3 members, Jukes.
How are these guys alive?
I don't know.
बहुत क्लोज आ गया है 30 बॉम्बर के बाद। अभी भी 50-50 हो जाएगा ये मैच बाद।
Just team mentality say, all right, you know what? Yeah, you guys thought that we were
हाँ हो जाएगा।
No.
अभी भी 50-50 हो गया है।
Now we're gonna see Young Galactica.
क्या लगता है? क्या लगता है guys?
Little Ida holding this compound, a strong position in this zone is exactly what they need to be doing. They got a couple eliminations early. You know, get yourselves a nice secure spot. Ensure that you get to that end game here. S2G would have 6 eliminations, which is a great start for them. They did lose 1 player, so they got to start playing very conservative here. They full committed to this position, dead center. They're like, you know what? We're going to hold the dead center, wide out in the open. We're going to secure this shack, have all our vehicles blown up. So they really need to hope that the zone just keeps centering on up to their position.
NS.
That's the crew. Taking down Hyunbin there as they're able to detonate the vehicle.
ऐसा लग रहा था ये लोग सब कोई कर जाएंगे लेकिन ये
health-wise for non-Shin Red Force.
आइडा का अभी लग रहा है कि आइडा किसी को बाहर निकाल सकती है। हो रहा होगी गॉडल होगी ये अरीना या एनएस का भी लग रहा था कि हाँ एनएस क्वालिफाई कर जाएंगे लेकिन एनएस का भी ये हाल है। जो 90 पार करे तब जाके थोड़ा श्योर हो जाए कि हाँ अब तो 90 पॉइंट्स पार हो गया अब हो जाएंगे क्वालिफाई। लेकिन 3 मैचेस बाकी है अभी ये मैच के बाद भी। इसका कट ऑफ बहुत ऊपर जाने वाला है। ग्रुप ए का 88 पॉइंट्स गया था ना, इसका और ऊपर जाएगा क्योंकि नीचे की टीम्स उतना ज़्यादा कंसिस्टेंट खेल नहीं रही है, ऊपर की टीम्स है जो आपस में लड़ रही है। देखते हैं यांगून गैलेक्टिकोस
at least solidify them to that survival stage. But man, that survival stage is going to be jam-packed here. Tianba looking like they are going to be, might be going to it. Alpha 7 looking head in that direction as well.
आइडा कहाँ पर है? आइडा पे, अच्छा आइडा कंपाउंड पे है, आइडा जोन में भी है। बहुत अच्छा जोन है उन लोगों के पास, बहुत अच्छा जोन। सब ओपन में फाइट लेते हुए दिखाई देंगे। आइडा के पास बहुत किल्स आने वाले हैं। सेंटर में हो रहा है, होरा को डिफेंड करना है। YG कंपाउंड डाल दी, दौड़ा के मार रही है। अरे नॉक हो गया, फिनिश भी हो जाएगा लग रहा है, फिनिश भी हो गया। YG का भी बुरा हाल है, YG का भी बुरा हाल हो गया। अगर वहाँ नॉक निकाल दे तो पुश कर देंगे ये लोग, वैसे करना ही पड़ेगा, जोन भी तो आ रहा है। ये अरीना का 2 नॉक, ये अरीना का आखिरी बंदा।
There's Obscure getting a nice shot there onto E-Arena. That's huge for this lobby. E-Arena going out here.
जोन का सेंटर चल गया एक लाख। नहीं है, इन लोग के पास ही है पीछे। एक, अरे वही कह रहा था, एक गोली लगेगा मर जाएगा। ये अरीना मर गई 80 पॉइंट पे। तो मतलब ये मैच के बाद 75 कट ऑफ रहने वाला है। नेक्स्ट मैच में वही 80 हो जाएगा, फिर 85, 90, 92 ही सेफ पॉइंट लग रहा है। 92 पॉइंट्स तक कट ऑफ जा सकता है।
In the midst of all this vitality, you've finally finished what remains of TT Project, and the solo from Alpha 7 stuck in a horrific position.
Horrific is right. And
heal battle कर रहे हैं।
North side wrapping all the way around to find a position in this next zone. Obscure just going to be eating a whole lot of blue damage. This is stage 5. This one hurts. Alpha 7 just can't seem to catch a break here. Can't get anything going. And there's 2G, hard committing to that central spot. Is working out so far. And that is, yeah, Obscure's just going to go out to blue. So that's A7. If they want to make it into the top 3, they need to win almost every single game going forward.
Impressed how good Wolves have been able to play as well with the really awkward fights they've had here.
होरा अभी भी सर्वाइव कर रही है सेंटर में। होरा मार भी रही है।
He was hitting some big shots. It could be a detriment to the remainder of the Wolves roster. Gang gone. Brutal position, bro.
अबे यार गॉडलाइक दिक्कत में आ गई है क्योंकि सारे टीम ऊपर चल जाएंगे ये मैच के बाद। होरा भी लग रहा है 77, 78 तक टच कर देगी। 78 और फिर ये आइडा का चिकन आ गया तो आइडा का चिकन आ गया तो ये लोग भी 80 टच कर रहे हैं। यही मैच में 80 कट ऑफ चल जाएगा लग रहा है। होरा पे अभी भी जोन है, आइडा को आगे आना है। विटालिटी को मारेगी या किसको मारेगी? शायद से वो लोग साउथ तरफ ही मारने का ट्राई करेंगे।
And they are going to be stuck trying to just snake this one out and make something happen.
Nade from Smile being cooked. A few shots over from Tiamba as well, it seems. Doesn't overcommit onto chucking that one, just going to belly crawl back.
क्या हो रहा है? नेपाल वाले लोग हैं।
And see if he can get into a good spot here. Thread the needle with a nade.
Zone चालू होगा 5 सेकंड में।
There's the boom. Not enough to connect onto Federales. Information going both ways as well. The hovercraft coming in from Romeo to close the gap. He dives out. Quick reposition from Federales.
एक नॉक दे दिया।
Now we're gonna see Tianba get eliminated, so they weren't able to put up anything here.
एक साथ दो टीम के साथ फाइट ले रहा है विटालिटी।
Let's see what he can do. Does he have any?
ओह क्या मारा है,
Shot, baby, through the window, through the wall.
क्या मारा है भाई इसको,
Get it done.
Incredible.
खतरनाक मारा।
But whilst Federales is celebrating, Ida's eyes light up once again. They know their job is not done. Razak takes the heat back over to Ida.
हो जाएगी गॉडल कर ले, देखते हैं।
They got to go for the pickup play on Rita. They have to tuck in now.
Man, team vitality.
वो 30 पॉइंटर वाला गेम नहीं आता तब तो बहुत मुश्किल हो गया था आज।
Tough considering that these are all points everybody else needs.
NS भी मर गई।
So they are just making this
80 पॉइंट हुआ NS का ना। NS का 80 हो गया, होरा का भी लग रहा है 80 हो जाएगा, फिर आइडा का अगर चिकन आया तो वो भी 80। यही मैच में 80 का टॉप हो रहा है सोचो, जबकि एक टीम डोमिनेट की है 133 पॉइंट।
Opportunity, right, for them to just continue to chug along and do a little good game of catch up.
Yeah, feels like it's been a bit of a sleeper journey for them today. I mean, 8 elims. Still looking like they've got a lot more to give as well. If Ida go down, that's going to be them next in line to really try and take benefit from the games they're having here. Ooh.
Ouch. Man, Team Vitality just crushing dreams non-stop here. They have the craziest day ever yesterday. And now they're just looking to crush the teams of these teams that are trying to desperately make it to the top 5. Rita, it's up to him to make it play on Federales. Ooh, saw a little pixel. Takes a little pop shot at it. And now, Federales does get knocked by 721 GS. It just leaves, I believe, Razak up left.
होरा अभी भी मार रही है, वुल्व्स का आखिरी बाकी। होरा इतना मार रही है लेकिन 3 ही किल है। अरे नेड आ रहे हैं अंदर, पार हो गया भाई, नेड देख रहा था, नो फियर। अगला भी जोन है।
Like you said, vitality just down to Razak. It won't get any easier. S2G bringing the heat over to 721 GS as they'll scrap each other. So far away.
होरा का भी हो गया 80 पॉइंट, होरा का भी 80 पॉइंट हो गया।
Now this is S2G's time. Like honestly, S2G, you did a great job. You got to the end game. Now it's time to get aggressive. Move. You need all of these eliminations. Team Vitality is stealing all of them from you.
S2G जिंदा है, आइडा जिंदा है।
Because Godlike is out. Aura, they're getting some points on the board as well. So if you're S2G,
क्लोज जा रहा है।
now's your time.
अगला ही एंगल बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होगा।
Is still soaking up points here.
Vitality finally full. They can get back over there and resupply off of the crates that are inside of the
वैसे अगर गॉडलाइक सर्वाइवल स्टेज खेल के जाएगी तो उन लोग को और ज्यादा प्रिपरेशन हो जाएगा इंटरनेशनल लॉबी का।
This is just the cleanup. That's all S2G need.
विन सिचुएशन, बस वहां से क्वालीफाई कर जाए अगर यहाँ से ना हो तो।
Right? I mean, they were in the bottom 3 looking down and out, but they put themselves at least in a running for the survival stage. Actually, they're looking pretty good for the survival stage here. Oleko gonna have to make a play for his team. Does get some sightlines on S2G, but Solke able to make it behind that hail veil and take them out.
And again, that's another point stolen by Ida as well with the shot we saw coming over from Darkin. One of those knocks goes his way, converted into a point. So still squeezing little bits out of this lobby as we remain with our final 3 squads. Hora down to the 2 players.
Oh, knock दे दिया, शैक के ऊपर बैठा था, वो रिवाइव तो नहीं हो रहा।
They're not slowing down, Jukes. They're just getting started.
Yeah, now Aura are out. That's the right play. Honestly, both of these teams were like, hey, Aura's that way? Yeah. Let's all focus there first, all right? And then we can deal about it later on because we're the ones trying to get in the top 5. Aura are already there. And now a huge fight as SGG. He's got the AWF, baby. Let's see some of that late game sniper action. But what?
अरे मिस कैसे हो गया? ये लोग ऑम चला रहे हैं।
We got barbershops here for these players, and Rita just got a haircut.
Short back and sides for Rita. Ridiculous, that one didn't connect.
आइडा का चिकन आ गया भाई, आइडा का चिकन है, उन लोग पे जोन है पूरा, H2G को आगे जाना है, तो ये 3 किल भी आएंगे, आइडा का बैक टू बैक चिकन।
And Anita that took that chicken dinner previously and have not slowed down. A slight advantage in terms of the battle of attrition, Jukes. It's a 4 versus 3 on the manpower.
Oh, I know we joked about that missed shot, but that was actually a really brutal miss, considering that if he would have hit that, Rita's gone, and there's no way he's getting res. It would have been a 3v2 situation. So, oh, barely missing. That would actually have been a 3v3, would have evened things up here. So unfortunate for that. Let's see what kind of plays you're going to make. Now you can see Ida just slowly creeping up, pushing their back against the blue zone. And now with that snake play coming into here, one good nade could shut them down. Come on, bust out that AWM again. You got to do it. You got to hit that shot for your team and clutch things up. This is where that kind of play could really come in and make something happen.
Kamikaze taking some big hits.
Oh, knock दे दिया, एक और knock दे दिया, खत्म.
He steps up, absolutely lays down the law, spitting bullets. One by one they're being removed unless he can save it with a snipe. It's all over, and they're gonna run him down.
Didn't really do much except for Team Vitality, right? I mean, it was a non-game for them, and that opened things up. Let's take a look at the team
ये गॉडलाइक का नहीं दिखाया गया ऐसे, देखो गॉडलाइक का देखना है अगर ऐसा दिखाया है तो। पहला मैच पे जाते
हैं। Too shallow, few more left in the inventory though. They can try and hold him back for at least.
The sky there, and that is Aura. Now we're gonna look at No Fear, get thirsty.
Elim sure, but it's been quiet outside of that. That was the third party, down to just the solo. Couple Elim sure.
Game because of that recall, it took a matters because Vitality luck here. Tiamba pushed up and they should see. Can't even get that heal off. Doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Yeah, so it's
the nade. Good chip damage. Celebration they're getting, Jukes.
Absolutely, man. I mean, this was that one slot that
comms.
Right now.
Like you say, dude.
This game, right? They had a good solid amount behind edge consistent. Bring it.
We've got him. You unexpected.
Oh, coming up.
For the games, in between the games. Let's see if it's
कॉम्स इन लोग का दिखाया ही नहीं है।
that's one for us.
रोंडो वाला मैच देखूंगा, लेकिन उससे पहले देख लेते हैं कि पॉइंट स्टैंडिंग क्या चल रहा है। पॉइंट स्टैंडिंग देखते हैं, शायद से गॉडल 6th पे आ गई होगी, गॉडलाइक 6th पे आ गई होगी। स्पोर्ट्स हमें कौन से पोजीशन पे अभी का है क्या? हाँ अभी का है, 6th पे आ गई। यही बोला था मैं, 80 चल जाए कट ऑफ, यही मैच में 80 चल गया, 9वां मैच ही है। इसके बाद अगर 85 90 95 भी जा सकता है कट ऑफ, 100 पॉइंट टच करना पड़ेगा सेफ होने के लिए। आइडा कितना बड़ा जंप लगा दी। वैसे गैप देखे तो ये एनएस का 80, ई एरिना का 81, होरा का 82, आइडा का 82, कोई भी कर सकते हैं अभी विनर से भी, H2G भी कर सकती है। तो मतलब टॉप 7 के बीच में लड़ाई है, विटेलिटी हो गई है, बाकी 4 स्पॉट अभी भी ओपन है। गॉड लाइक अगला गेम इम्पोर्टेंट होने वाला है, बड़ा गेम निकालना होगा, बड़ा गेम निकालेंगे अब तभी कुछ हो पाएगा। 75 80 तो 30 बॉम्बर नहीं आता तब तो गॉडलाइक कितना ज्यादा नीचे होती। टॉप 8 में भी दिखती कि नहीं, नहीं दिखती टॉप 8 में भी। सही है, वो चिकन आ गया कम से कम। इतना ज्यादा कंपटीशन हो गया यार टॉप की टीम्स पे, खतरनाक। आ जाओ मैच देखते हैं, मैच देखते हैं, मैच देखते हैं। गॉडलाइक कहाँ कहाँ पे बढ़िया खेली थी। यहाँ तक में 6 किल हो गया था। यहाँ से चालू हुआ ना।
$1.7 million prize
As the shots are coming through.
and some players in the final game. Some titans in this. EA as well. Fights happening. Bear one. How you do it?
गॉडलाइक का नहीं आया अभी तक किल फीड।
Stop action here. You can see 7.
अभी भी नहीं आया। अब आया। होरा को मारे थे लोग 100 में।
Making us proud. You can see that they're not too far away from. He's got that ass. Let's go.
होरा को मारे थे। एडमिनो HC।
Oh, swing outs quick as well. That's a
बस
nice
ये 2 किल
connection on the
किए।
door. And bait him in.
उसके बाद 2 ही किल रहा है क्या इन लोगों का ड्रॉप में।
Crew.
टन टन टन मजा नहीं आ रहा। एनर्जी लाओ, क्या एनर्जी लाओ।
And next place.
Here though, vitality. The
2 ही किल है अभी भी।
Get it done now. All the way in the. Here comes.
अच्छा यहाँ A7 के साथ फाइट हो रहा है।
Obscure holding this angle, waiting for someone to cross.
Wolves
But
भी
here
है।
comes Godlike.
Godlike got that nice nade off the top
दिया।
side from Adamino. Up close and personal, they're taking the fight to Alpha 7 as well. Battling both of these squads simultaneously. It'll be a great start for Godlike Jukes. Get some early energy into today's game.
ओ फोड़ा है। फोड़ा फोड़ा।
Wow, throwing that nade up the stairs, catching him off. Necessary's holding those angles. He's doing those tight peaks in a 1v2 situation. It's Godlike too strong to defeat, and they are looking to be the kings of Neox Factory.
अरे
That's
पोजीशन पता था।
up as well, dude. From one fight to the next.
He's like, what's that over there?
Side, dude.
What's over there behind that tree, huh? Throwing them nades. Has he had the arm to get him? That looks good. Ah, it's a little short. Runs out in the open.
क्या मारा है इस पावर।
Not playing today.
The flick
क्या
on
ही
that,
खेल
bro.
रहा है।
Espoir is fired up today.
Yes, he is. Already getting some good solid points.
कितना
That's
तेज
6 on the
रिफ्लेक्स,
side of Godlike.
कितना
That
तेज
puts
रिफ्लेक्स है भाई
them in a
इसका।
good solid position in 5th place. And this is the thing.
एडमिनो
If
मर गया था
Godlike
यार।
win this game,
ठीक है 6 किल हो गया, उसके बाद नहीं हुआ था शायद।
Gone Galactic.
6 किल है अभी भी।
Getting that thirst. Making it happen. But you know what else? You guys can make it happen in game with the lucky spin. Get some of those insane PMWC.
So yeah, 2v2.
Meanwhile, 721 GS gets a nice knock there onto S Power. Godlike really
Knock
looking
हो
to
गया
shut this
Power।
fight down. It's a 1v2
100 में
situation.
दिया।
Gets one.
There we
Gets
go.
the thirst. Can he get the second?
Beautiful scene so far. Damage back done onto S-Power, but can the squad still save it? Ooh, quick shot, Jukes. Got to throw the clip in.
ओह बढ़िया। 100 में 5 किल।
But he gets the shot off.
That had to be
किल हो
an
गया था
accident
यहाँ
right
तक।
there. I mean, I'm sure he had his jump and
हाँ उसका क्लाइंब हो गया था।
Sometimes we have some people combine it, but if you
जंप
get just a
करने का
little too
चक्कर में
close,
क्लाइंब हो
you
गया
get
था
that
उधर।
animation
मेरे साथ
jumping
भी
up,
होता
and
है।
he was just like, oh, it's over. And
He's so exposed. No chance to fight, bro.
Oh, it's so
Yulin।
tough. So tough. But you know what? That is
Yulin में
great on the
recall
side
दे
of
दिया
Godlike.
मारने।
So they take full advantage of it. Now we're seeing the zone pop dead center here. As TT Project.
इसके बाद किल नहीं हुआ था, मतलब 8 किल हो गया था, उसके बाद आगे चल के फाइट हुआ है तो। ओ यूलिन नहीं डांचिंग के वेस्ट साइड में। उसके बाद बढ़िया खेला गॉर्डल। गॉर्डल बढ़िया खेली राउंडों में। 8 किल है अभी तक नहीं होता शायद इसके बाद तक किल अभी भी 8 ही किल है क्या मतलब मेरे साथ भी होता है आप तो बॉट हो हाँ यार तुम को जानते नहीं हो इसलिए बॉट बोल रहे हो 8 ही किल है अभी तक भी 9 किल 1 किल निकाले 10 किल कहाँ फाइट निकाल रही है गॉड लाइक किल फीड में आएगा
Godlike popping off on the top side. They shut down ETSH. Big plays from Godlike as the crowd starts to give them even more energy. Meanwhile, this encounter between 72 1GS and Yangon Galacticos.
हाँ ये 72 1GS 15 किल निकाल दी फूटेगा ये लोग 15 किल निकाल दिए थे
Tough start for them, now looking to finish strong. It's all up to Masco. And those nades are just inching closer and closer. He's got to hit some shots here to buy himself some time.
It's still good for Godlike.
अकेले 8 किल निकाला है ये मास्को बढ़िया खेले लोग भी राउंड गॉडलाइक पे क्या जोन आ गया था गॉडलाइक पे मस्त जोन आ गया था पूरा ये तो चिकन होना ही था ये चिकन मिस हो ही नहीं सकता था पूरा जोन आ गया
Game to win, and this is worst case scenario, literally for the entire lobby.
पीटी आ गया पीटी तो मैंने दिखा भी दिया कब का गॉडलाइक 6th पे
This is the push in from Milu. Shotgun, low HP on Godlike. Quick shots, but he can't quite find it. Panic station.
S-Power.
They're all going down.
S-Power is shutting down this monster squad. Said, oh, I hear you coming this way. Eat some of these nades, baby. And now QZZ stuck in the blue zone. He's just going to go out here. He said, you know what? Deny the point. And Godlike looking unstoppable.
Zone को दे दिया चल.
Do we need to say more? The energy of the arena here in Paris says enough about the excitement from the plays from Godlike. And like you said early, they're ruling the roost, gifted the angle to stay where they wanted to be with the zone, and Tiamba was the only squad that tried to fight them for it, and they failed.
Hey, you know what? Some people could say that's a lucky shift, but Godlike, they're
अच्छा आइडा इसमें भी top 5 आ गई थी.
And they shut that down so dang fast. Young Galacticos, they're in trouble here. They're on that south side. They're outside of this.
Run over कर दी YG पे पूरा.
Everybody down here. Now it's all up to Say Cloud to make a play for his team and try to get these reses. He's gonna throw the smoke, but the zone is closing. Yeah, Say Cloud's gonna be the only one up left.
So low in HP, in a horrible position.
And here comes Blue. And bye-bye.
Give yourself up to it. Unless there's a hero play to be made, it'd have to be something miraculous.
Oh.
I mean, they've got a divot off the back of the damage to the terrain. He could save Romeo with at least Nonshin Red's force attention right
Zone
now.
भी आ रहा है लेकिन पीछे से.
I mean, Dukes, it's better than going out.
Got him up, and that does deny the point at least. So if they go down the blue zone, then they're going to deny it here. Romeo inching up little by little is going to try to make a play, though. Here he goes, throwing some nades out. Gets knocked there. And so easy said, yeah, no, I'm getting that confirmation.
Finish भी दे दिया क्या?
Just Say Cloud left them. He's still got a ton of utility left to work with as he throws in that nade. Zone eating away at him. I mean, it's good chip damage, and it's even making it more enticing for Godlike to take pot shots at him. He's just trying to buy time to live out.
Yeah, he's using that heal strat to maybe even get a... So let's see. Can he even get that? Goes there. Beautiful fact.
Her approach to cards close to their chest. Two angles.
Baker's dozen already. They're looking
13 किल था और यहाँ पे 8 बंदे बाकी है जिनमें से 7 बंदों का किल लिया गॉडलाइक ने. बढ़िया.
Let's see if they can close it out though. That's Shimmer. There they are. Just get deleted. Forced to run out in the wide open. No smokes available. And man, they just get deleted. Godlike soaking up all these eliminations. If you're Noxious Red Force, honestly, it's really interesting to see them kind of go for this strategy here, as they're going to be feeding a lot of points on the side of Godlike. And that is 16 on the day. Then Group B's rondos have just been ridiculous.
Yeah, we've not seen anything like it, man. Some crazy.
ये वाला किल उन लोगों को चल गया था बस.
They had no pathway back in to try
इसके बाद ये चारों किल गॉडलाइक को.
The last man falls, And this is what it comes down to. STG versus Godlike. They had a bit of a scouting play. They found this duo of Manya up towards the top side. Might want to actually collapse on it. Lost goes in quick. S-Power cooking the nade. Good chip damage from Manya. Switches to the shotgun. Baits them in. He wants to fight, and the nade once again is a delight for this roster as they are sending reverberations throughout the Qiddiya City grid.
S-Power एक और दिया.
Down on S2G.
S-Power is just insane. He's been throwing heat-seeking missiles all game long and opening the fight for his team. A full 4v4. S2G tried to catch a couple of their players off guard,
highest kill किसका है
S-Power, baby. You can't shut him down that easy.
You can't stop S-Power, and you cannot silence Godlike in this moment. Adamino for the closing play as Godlike take this chicken dinner with ease.
बढ़िया.
You do it here, folks. And you can
highest
see
kill
the
किसका
look
था
on
इसमें?
their faces saying, "Make some noise, Paris. It's Godlike's time to shine."
Because this squad needed to make sure they got out of the box.
Snake.
A team that needs those points got
At 11 spot.
इसमें थोड़ा दिखाया था. इसमें थोड़ा दिखाया था.
started the day in 15th place.
अभी सौम्य का 7 किल है. एडमिनो का 5. 6 S-Power और ऊपर वाला को सौम्य ने मारा था. तो मतलब सौम्य का 8 किल हुआ ना.
Team that needs those points got like as well.
नहीं, S-Power ने मारा था. S-Power ने मारा था. तो वो हुआ सौम्य का 7 किल, S-Power का 6 किल.
In 15th place, even closer and closer to the finals as we take a look at the
and didn't have the numbers on here in terms of overall.
This was just talking to hunt.
A1 felt like a team that had a lot more synergy than they did yesterday, so definitely very excited to see what we got coming in for
prioritizing this prize, and which is incredible.
That here, able to just send one big point of the entire
For this one.
I mean, just to give you guys a recap, we saw complete control from Eerie.
मैच चालू हो गया होगा ना.
Underneath them on the south
चालू हो
side.
गया, चालू हो गया, चालू हो गया. अभी चालू हुआ है.
Looking to extend their influence towards
उसको गन मिल जाएगा तो? मिल गया. मिल गया.
Getting long drops coming through. Pretty wild.
अरे इन लोगों को पुश देना चाहिए था इस पे.
Finish on that one, but still, 2 players going down isn't ideal. Went for the old graveyard walk on that one. Pop the players in the vehicle, get a move on. I suppose they're worried about retribution.
दो बेचारा नॉक दे दिया था. इसका टीममेट पुश करता.
Inside the garage, you want to get onto a higher ground position and get away. TT Project will just lose one cleanly. Fantastic stuff. If you guys want to be looking clean as well, there's one.
ये वाला मैच देख के मेरे को जाना पड़ेगा. ये वाला मैच देख के मैं स्ट्रीम लगा के छोड़ दूंगा और एक मैच के लिए गायब होना पड़ेगा. 7-15 सीधा लास्ट मैच देखने के लिए आऊंगा.
Unfortunately, you're going to have to get in game and go for those. Okay, so these players already got it. Slonic takes a tumble. Sadly, this is over towards the western side of the map. It's probably hit over towards the top of the building and then fallen down, but Wolves were able to get over towards this position fairly quickly.
यार लीड बढ़ गया यार. लीड बढ़ गया. गॉडलाइक के लिए लीड बढ़ गया. वापस हीट होने लगा लैपटॉप.
Your mind's way back. Rotation for them.
Drop frame कितना है? एक भी drop frame नहीं है.
It's a big benefit when you have all of your team alive. Works out quite well. Irina, it looks like they did manage to get their reses coming on through, but instead of taking too much time to grab that healing, they have opted to move northward towards South George, the compounds to the west of Everest, to hospital as well. Maybe they can patch themselves back together there. Ooh, a nice little pickup for the Wolves, and taking a player down from Hustler Crew, playing on as 3 in that South George crates area. The Wolves have a little bit more latitude now, and they didn't even lose a player fully. Their knock that was sent their way does get repaired. Yeah, they have to keep on going. For Wolves, it is a really, really difficult approach over the next few days, over the next day, right? They have 36 points total. Likely they'll stay in this middle pack here.
अबे मार दो ये अरीना को मार दो.
Towards the next stage of the tournament, but getting into the top 5 very, very difficult. Like 3 more maps to do it in. You're looking at 80 points. It would have to be the most unreal next 3 games. We start to count teams out right now. For 721 GS, I don't think I've seen enough out of this team. I genuinely think we are locking this down between S2G and Godlike, making it in. That feels more reasonable to me. I'd quite like to see Godlike retain that top side, but yeah, I would say those top 7 right now, I wouldn't mind any of those teams going through into the top 5. I think everyone's very interchangeable there. Maybe not Vitality, but everyone else, absolutely. I feel like if I was going to take one team out of this top 5, and this is going to ruffle some feathers, I imagine, but I think it would be E-Arena. This is the team that did so well in that first match. They broke records, they smashed ceilings. But since then, it's just been lackluster. I mean, they only just surpassed doubling their scoreline from that one single match in their overall gameplay. I think it was a match or 2 ago that they were able to pass that. So I feel like if you're going to take a team out, it kind of has to be E-Arena, and I probably would replace them with Godlike in this scenario. I feel like S2G today has been a better team, but I think Godlike has had consistency across the 2 days in a way that has impressed me. Well, Godlike's just been more consistent overall, right, in terms of the adaptations that have come through. I think that they are improving steadily, and surely I would agree with you that for E-Arena, that first map was amazing. It will go down in history books as one of the coolest rondos of all time. Unfortunately, haven't been able to live up to the hype other than that. And it is sad to see because they were on fire that game in Stadium. But yeah, I do think Godlike probably
नॉर्थ सिटी गई है गॉडलाइक और यहाँ पर HC है, वहाँ ये अरीना और वुल्व्स है. भाई साहब जॉर्जो पूल तरफ में तो बहुत क्लस्टर है. जॉर्जो पूल में तो खतरनाक क्लस्टर है.
The difficulty, though, at the moment is that E-Arena, as we saw earlier, did not get a lot of loot on board early. They moved in towards South George at sort of quite raggedy loot. Hopefully they've been able to pick through some of these buildings, but they would have been under duress from the teams around them. We saw Wolves in there fairly early on. We saw Hustler Crew in there fairly early on. So in South George, I feel like they've had enough time now probably to be able to pick through those buildings and grab enough loot on board, add it to the coffers. But there is always going to be that question, are they going to be under-looted for this scenario?
Still plenty of loot around that area to grab though, right? They're down towards apartments. There's a fair few buildings to pilfer there. I think a lot of teams realize that they're already ahead. I was surprised that Wolves didn't make a run further in, but maybe they also expected E-Arena to get here quicker than they did originally. So for the Wolves, they opted to sit out a little bit sooner down towards Hospital. Hustler Crew moved up and were quickly rebuffed as Godlike managed to make this long rotate underneath Yasnaya over towards North George. I think it's a good spot. This could equally head over towards the north side of the map very easily off the back of this one. Alpha 7 back to their stomping grounds. Yesterday looked fairly good. I mean, there was a good start for them. Unfortunately, the capability again, Alpha 7 for them, it is a little bit scary.
अच्छा Alpha 7 भी तो जाती है. अभी कितने सारे टीम्स हैं वहाँ जॉर्जो पूल में.
37 points down towards 26.
That could switch up, but
they have a fair few teams.
आजो यार ऊपर तरफ आ जाओ, ऊपर तरफ आ जाओ. और लाइक पे स्पॉट आउट तरफ, ये तो पूरा ऊपर चल गया.
As this circle is, and that is beautiful for Alpha 7. Up in North George, they were right at the edge of the pack. They're thinking, oh, maybe we can scamper across this bridge, but no, they can hold strong.
अगला जोन शायद इस तरफ ही खींच देगा. ये ऊपर ज़्यादा गया है, तो अगला वाला थोड़ा नीचे आ गया. और लाइक के पास अच्छा है जोन फिलहाल के लिए, लेकिन अगला जोन इम्पोर्टेंट होगा, तीसरा जोन.
Tiamba, you got Eagle taking a couple of shots through, trying to ward off any players around them. But yeah, this is going to get very hot very quickly. There's a huge amount of water still involved. Can't really see it because of all the players littering over towards Everest. But this is lilting Northern.
It does seem to be. I mean, about 50% of the circle is on the north side of the river. And it's going to be teams moving across it. TT Project heading to the water. A lot of conflict now around those bridge crossings. I think, yeah, I think it was Dopeness trying to go across. Some conflict between 721 and Wolves. Wolves have swung all the way out east side, despite being in South George so much earlier on, losing Baton, but they are across now and one of the few teams to make it through over onto that northern edge. The rest of the bridges much more treacherous.
I mean, Wolves actually getting through here with 3 players, pretty miraculous, honestly. You're passing through box compound as well as watchtower. That's a lot of capability taking your entire team down. I think a lot more teams are going to struggle to make that crossing and probably will take more casualties than just that. Now, E-Arena, are they going to go for the bridge? That's the question, John.
I think it is a pretty big question. At the moment, it feels like they're trying to hold the bridge to stop teams from the south moving on through, but that is then a trade-off in terms of the time you could maybe spend navigating that bridge yourself or trying to open up an option on that northern side. Being trapped on the bridge, though, is the worst-case scenario. You do not want to be locked in there. A team comes in behind you. You find that it's impossible to move through on the northern side. There's always the water rotate as well as an option, if it comes to it.
Yeah. Unfortunately for them, they've got
50 सेकंड में पता चलेगा.
breathing down their necks in Nongshim as well as Vitality. 2 very scary teams, I would say, to go up against here for E-Arena, and they're trying to hold both of them out right now. I think that you can have a good idea that these teams are coming from the south side. So again, E-Arena, like you say, trying to cut out as much of this southern portion of the map as possible for themselves, but a difficult task, a very difficult task.
Ooh, Etch crashing onto the northern throws of TT Project, and that leaves TT Project on 1 player alive. 30 points, remember, on the cards for TT Project, which means they are very much in danger of dropping into the danger zone of 14th to 16th at the moment, and with only 1 player, they are looking pretty shaky. The only saving grace for them is that there is another team behind them who have also lost quite a few players. Dopeness playing on us too, but they are much safer in towards the middle of it. Oh, that's a lot of
यही बोल रहा था. पहला ऊपर जाएगा जोन और दूसरा वाला नीचे तरफ काटेगा.
This goes back south towards the bridge. There is a world where that happens. I think it's much more likely that we end up in North George, but it's very rare that you get these circles towards the mid portion of the game with both North and South George in play. This is a scary one, very scary one.
अभी godlike को बढ़िया जोन है.
Many teams looking for
अभी
godlike
को बढ़िया जोन है.
Everyone trying to kick their feet up, but many noisy neighbors.
वैसे पानी में चल गया जोन तो.
Looking at Ida and Vitality, as you said, Nongshim as well. Well, we're looking at Nongshim now on this south side, trying to make a punch through. E-Arena took a knock over towards Joker, but that is isolated, and nobody from Nongshim stands beneath them to be able to get that flush. Vitality trying to navigate the area now to the southwest side of it, where the urban environment is littered with danger as XZY steps up for more, sprays down out the window, but doesn't quite get the full kahuna going there. And now is under a huge amount of threat. Nongshim Red Force get obliterated.
I mean, for Nongshim, down to XZY, and then shortly after exiting the lobby, 80 points here opens up things for Godlike, S2G. For E-Arena, I felt like they were the ones doing most of the holding. It actually turns out to be Vitality, taking shots over towards Nongshim Red Force, getting most of that damage in. But again, that is the benefit of being front of the pack here, front of the queue for E-Arena. Schwebs is going to take high ground, though, looking over towards Vitality. You didn't lose all their players. They're still as a 4-man. Now, can E-Arena hold out versus this squad? Struggled to do it in the past. A similar circle like this.
That's a very tricky team to hold out as well. The Ray duo coming in, looking to beam them down whenever they can. It is a nasty opponent to come into contact with. We were reminded by some of the people behind the scenes that Schweppes is technically the only player here who could get a triple title from Pmwc. There is an opportunity on the cards for E-Arena to be able to make history on that front, as he was able to win 2 of them, I believe, with Vampire in some of the earlier days of the tournament. So looking to try and bring that power to 2026.
Unfortunately, it's been 1 game. They had one good game, right?
Yeah.
So it's not looking massively hopeful so far. Again, this is one of those games where they could strike out a 15-pointer, see themselves much safer going into map 5 and 6 over on Miramar. But goodness me, urban finishes, never fun. We're going to get our next circle real shortly. S2G finally breaking in to the circle on that eastern side. Our observers do find the map eventually.
Agla zone, agla zone.
Nice. This is going to transition into a full map shot. There we go.
ऊपर ऊपर ऊपर ऊपर ऊपर क्योंकि अगला ऊपर ओ सेंट्रल है ब्रिज पे जा रहा है क्या जोन
So what do you do here? I mean, E-Arena don't need to move right now. Sure, you might want to get central, but you can get onto the bridge later. You can just sit there and
ये जोन में कितने बंदे लाइव है 50
very difficult to revive
50 बंदे लाइव है क्या 50 की 40
for Ida this is nasty
52 बंदे alive ऐसे जोन में
I don't think you can announce it like that. This is an insane circle. The teams are going to hate. We're going to be playing underneath the bridge for a long time. E-Arena's position became all the more important down towards the south side, but goodness me, this is getting treacherous. Like, where does it go next? He's going to have to hard shift back over towards that northern side, if anything, but it could come back down towards the south. Actually a wild, insane position to be on for all of our squads. Godlike loses one. Vitality looking to move in. Beautiful bouncer.
Up the staircase, nades now from Vitality, looking to keep the pressure up for E-Arena. They've already taken a knock in this location before. Ida want to get stuck in. A third party here could be big. I think that's what came through just there. Darkin able to land the shots over towards Federalis, but Razak is in the building, looks to pop that smoke, keep them in a bit of cover there. The res comes through, Schweppes, oh no, has to move for the Molotov, and the burn is able to take down Joker. Schweppes maybe next for it as the nade goes right by his ear, and a drop down from the top.
बढ़िया नेड मारा.
Will be sealing the deal. Schweppes falls in the arena, now on 2 players.
The nades so far from Vitality have
NS मर गई है, NS मर गई, NS मर गई. अच्छा ध्यान ही नहीं दिया मैंने, NS मर गई. 80 पे मरी है NS. यार Godlike का एक प्लेयर भी मर गया है.
Can you imagine the raise? He's providing a lot of that information back towards his team. You got to ignore the minimap here.
ध्यान नहीं दे रहा था मैं.
He's watching from the hilltop that is sitting over towards that western side. Really incredible stuff.
ये अरीना भी मर जाएगी, ये अरीना भी मर जाएगी. पानी में चल गए वो लोग.
But wow, what a breach by Vitality.
I imagine that there are
यार वो लोग पानी में चल गए. तो survive कर जाएंगे.
For this final circle, Blank, a lot of remnants. The saving grace of this circle, if there is one, is the fact that the majority of the buildings in North George are still in. It's going to mean that the next circle is particularly brutal, but there is a lot of area to contain all of these players, whereas in an open zone, that might not be the case. At the moment, Edge, they pushed in from the northwest side. Looking to follow in behind on that northwest edge as everybody's crowded around those apartment buildings.
Aura trying to get rid of Edge. Over on that western edge. Alpha 7 a little bit further in. Again, good opportunity here for Alpha 7 to try and solidify that position on the middle side of the tables. I think they realize they're not going to hit that top 5 today, but what they can do is ensure they don't drop into the bottom 3. Send home Tiamba, Edge, Hustler crew, all the ones to go out now. See the Alpha 7 fans currently watching with bated breath here. This is sort of home ground, honestly.
Yeah, Arena. यार वो लोग प्लेसमेंट निकाल लेंगे.
Alpha 7, Godlike, both have been here for a very long time in North George. Now the neighbors are noisy. Make sure to keep them under control. Try and find
YG के साथ
a
fight.
little sense of decorum in the zone. Tiamba protecting their patch, and there we go. But it's like still so much water in this one, Blank. That whole stretch of bridge. And the south side fight between Vitality and Ida is gonna need to pop off, and that is how you want to start it. Vitality open with a knock over towards Rita.
ऊपर चल गया zone, बढ़िया बढ़िया बढ़िया. Zone ऊपर गया, Godlike पे है.
A lot of time either before this zone starts closing. Less than 30 seconds to get him back up, to get in a position to jet across that bridge, or indeed jet underneath it.
Yeah, Razy is just a good spot here. That's gonna massively slow down Ida, like you say. It's a hard position to be in going forward. The Vitality, how do they want to make this cross? TT Project not really in a position to hold them out on the other side of the bridge. A lot of teams likely not looking that way, trying not to expose themselves, but Vitality still have to make their way in. Where do they crash onto? Are they going to send it first? Looks like they're setting up the smoke train. I don't think they're banking on every single player making it, but right now,
smoke मार के निकल गए ये लोग.
This is a very efficient cross from them.
They made it through the first break. Arena are underneath the bridge, so they do not have a say on this, making it to the middle spot. This is a good hold position against Ida. I think that they're wise to not try and send it all the way across, because they just don't probably have enough information to know where is open on that northern side. It's just not possible for them to have scouted it. So just sitting up here, holding that south edge, they can start to slowly go forwards on that bridge in a future instance, and Ida, they're just going to have to go into the water and try and swim it.
Yeah, Ida going to send that over towards the eastern side here. Vitality probably
अरे फ्री के लिए ये लोग तो गॉडलाइक को दिखेंगे क्या वहाँ से? दिखने तो चाहिए गॉडलाइक को. फ्री के लिए.
Tony K dropping down from Arena, trying to get some shots himself, providing that information back towards the rest of the team. See Hustler crew here, also Loco trying to work his way in. Final player there from TT Project did go down, 30 points as well. So TT Project in the danger zone. Dopeness tied up with Tiamba, who found 3 elims this match.
मैं तो बोला था ध्यान खराब खेलती है, लेकिन डोपनेस के ऊपर आ जाएगी, इतना भी नहीं खराब खेलती है.
Steps up onto the cliffs. He's not in the,
पता नहीं सब एक टूर्नामेंट देखते हैं और सोचते हैं त्यानबा मार दे. त्यानबा टीटी वो सब वो ऐसी टीम है ही. ये वाली टीटी नहीं हो, दूसरी वाली टीटी जो बाहर हो गई चाहे. ये Arena
doing bits to stay up in the top 5 and take down one of their closest competitors in the run.
Some incredible shots coming through from Arena. I mean, Tony K hitting those was nasty. There's a possibility to kind of like eke against this as well. Pull a weapon for a very short amount of time there, you can see. Just try and spam your screen and get the shot off. But you see here, S2G also are looking this way. From underneath. Next circle though, where will it go? Will Vitality will we head out towards the bridge? Have one of the most unbelievable groups of all time over 2 days.
Godlike पे.
Vitality with
zone है
here. I mean, they know they're probably not getting across the bridge, so I guess it makes sense. Drawing fire from teams like S2G across the way. See if that's going to pay out for them. They may just stymie everything on the south edge. In the meantime, Godlike trying to hold as much ground as they can. Tiamba
कैसे दिखा रहा है
Galacticos with a little entry
कितने सारे टीम्स हैं यहाँ पर.
One of the puzzle pieces. And the remnants of Plenty team.
बढ़िया एंगल से दिखा रहा है.
Now everyone trying to make their patch in North George.
Aura still decent spot. Vitality tried to use the vehicles to get good information on where these players were at before attempting to make their move forward, but there's got to be some snaking swims to the coastline. Razak's going to take a quick breather in the meantime. S2G also along the way. Lost, peeks out for a little bit too long. An overzealous nade maybe, but does get quite the distance over towards GS.
Gets pretty close, but yeah, not quite the full distance. Yangon Galacticos for 2, 3 from Godlike as we tune back into the puzzle pieces. Godlike now committing to this fight, trying to push past Yangon Galacticos, get away from Tiamba. Smile, Molotov out the door, does manage to burn them back, but doesn't quite tag too much damage. Takes a nade to his feet, but does stay alive, stays standing, can start to heal, and out the window Romeo falls.
भाग गया.
Over the balcony, and Godlike might try and follow him.
Vitality taking a lot of hefty damage.
ये दोनों तो भाग रहे हैं.
Unlikely that that's going to continue any further. Yangon Galacticos, defending champions, currently set to go through to the next stage. But not with glory, not straight to the finals. They'll have to play another stage here prior.
14 teams alive.
The regroup.
इतना छोटा जोन में.
Daisy chain over towards the rest of the squad.
16 टीम का मैच होता है, उसमें 14 टीम्स अलाइव है.
Threat for Alpha 7 right now is Horror on their position. Everybody else from the south side is down the cliff or in the water right now. So in terms of danger to Alpha 7, that northern edge is much more important to keep an eye on, but you do still need to be worried about teams trying to sneak their way up, like S2G from their position, to move in and maybe get a cheeky little shot, make a little opening, and try and force their way into the fight in a much more favorable position. I'm surprised that the teams over on the south side in the water have survived for as long as they did. They are
6 मिनट में पता चल जाएगा कौन कहाँ जा रहा है.
You can see, I mean, Mormon is right close to them. They're trying to get their weapons out here, get a shot off, maintain that pillar position, maybe find a shot, maybe find a tourniquet, maybe no. Can't quite get up high enough. As Federalis, he's on top of Mormon. He's just about getting the DPS out, but it's not happening.
क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे?
Just holding him under though, trying to stop him from getting the breathe off.
किसी का हाथ में गन आएगा?
Making it difficult. Federalis dipping back down again, but yeah, for Vitality, E-Arena and Ida, this is a tough experience to be in. You see right now S2G trying to see if they can get themselves further up, to peek over towards where Alpha 7's currently playing, but they are having a struggle bus of it. It looks like it's still happening as well.
The circle shifts out west, Blank. It keeps Alpha 7 in, but that eastern cabal of players, Godlike, Yangon Galacticos, the duo, Tiamba as well, that's all going to have to force west now. And I think it's going to get messy. For Godlike, I feel like it may be the best opportunity for them to just go as far forward as they can, as fast as possible, to try and escape the pressure that may find its way further east. But Yangon Galacticos want to try and get ahead of it too. They are just immediately sending straight on in.
S2G पे जोन आ गया.
Trying to get further into this. Again, this
S2G पे जोन आ गया.
You've got the western apartments and the eastern apartments on this one. It is marred by this massive road that goes in between. Crossing that's going to be a bit difficult. We are on that coin toss type of a circle now as well, where teams on that northern side likely will have to move. Question is, how well can Alpha 7 hold them out? Because there's a lot of teams moving in tandem. Tiamba setting up the smokes now to try and get across towards where Godlike are currently playing as a 3-man. I like this though from them. They're going to try and take.
अबे नहीं 100 में अकेले फंस जाएगा.
Be prepared for this
चल जाना जोन में चल जा.
Elementrix gets mollied by a teammate off in the distance as they combat
अबे
with
4 लोग हैं भाई जोन में चल जा.
Godlike, they push back out as you said, Blank. Now against 4 players from Tiamba. Tiamba needing a little bit more dynamism than we've seen from them so far in these group stages. Let's see if they've got that in the pocket. Milu with a nade on close, first to step forwards, doesn't get contested on the angle and now has to back off, but immediately stepped out by Spauer and will be able to take it down. Eagle tries to fly around the corner, but it's not working out. Godlike hold well for the first volley.
Great initial
बढ़िया. अरे दूर से पड़ गया भाई जी.
Will take the knock on himself just to ensure that Godlike
मार दिए
heroic play here from S-Power to ensure that they get the 5 elims. They're one off from cresting back into the top 5.
यार YG ने मार दिया वहाँ पर. बढ़िया निकाले लेकिन त्याम्बा को पूरा वाइप कर दिए.
With some beautiful peaks, but the off angles there, they punished him. It meant that now
जबकि हम लोग 3 ही लोग थे. 3v4 जीत गए बढ़िया. 12 टीम है अभी.
A lot of teams
जोन जाना पड़ेगा.
into unfavorable positions and Etch have to take the top floor against the Wolves on the north side. Horror are going to have to move.
Godlike को सरवाइव करना. Godlike का जोन आ गया क्या? Godlike का जोन आया शायद से एजेस पे.
Revo taking a knock here is kind of bad news for Alpha 7 because this is exactly the time that they want to be on a swivel right now. They want to be that
12 टीम अलाइव है इसमें.
As teams attempt to make
ये आखिरी जोन है.
How many smokes these players have remaining? Edge as well as Wolves know they need to get rid of one another first before they make that cross.
इसमें 12 टीम अलाइव है. इसके बाद आखिरी जोन है.
Slowly shimmer their way down the coast.
सोचो मतलब 28वां मिनट पे भी कोई आके मार रहा है और 0 प्लेसमेंट पॉइंट मिलेगा. 28वां मिनट पे 0 प्लेसमेंट पॉइंट. GTSS वहाँ पर गॉडलाइक सर्वाइव कर जाए. अच्छा गॉडलाइक एनएस को पार कर जाएगी. बस सर्वाइव करना होगा. यहाँ आइडा मर जाएगी. ओह होरा को नॉक दिया.
On the north side, Horror still yet to leave their
Admino.
building.
ETSS को भी knock.
A self-nade from Sleepy, and they are going to get flushed away. Grease out from Alpha 7. NASA from Edge. Everybody stepping into the fight, back into the blue, and they fall down. But Wolves similarly.
Godlike kill निकाल. Nade डाल वहाँ पर.
Ow, was still in actually with the arena on the backside. They just lost one more player. The final one up is on very low HP. Can no longer afford to go under. Squeeze out now, back up, and remember, Rebel was knocked, but they get him back up on his feet. These are very, very important points for Alpha 7 going forward. Aura somehow still alive here up against Edge on that northern edge, but for how long, I don't know. No fear, will get the
PTSH मर गई. एक किल आया क्या बॉट लाइक को? नहीं आया, वो रिवाइव हो गया सब.
Still up. Everyone has been cut down to size.
The swimmers have made it to landfall there.
ये आखिरी जोन चालू हो गया. अच्छा होरा का एक किल आया, होरा का एक किल आया. गॉड लाइक टॉप 5 में.
And across the road, I don't
Godlike
think
top
that you're
5
going to be able to make that one work. Mormon goes down by
YG versus Gordon.
Everybody from the water now.
अब प्लेसमेंट पॉइंट मिलना चालू होगा. प्लेसमेंट पॉइंट मिलना चालू होगा. आइडा कहाँ पे जिंदा है? अच्छा ये रहा आइडा का एक सोलो. को मारो यार, आइडा का ये प्लेयर को मार दो. ओ मर गया आइडा का ये मर गया. गॉड लाइक 2v2.
See him just underneath, has a nade, looks to send it up over towards Solke.
Solo बाकी है गॉड लाइक का.
Tries to move away from the roaming nade.
अरे यार नहीं.
And actually G, they need to bolster their ranks.
1v1.
Teams get 7 going into stage 9, and it all closes here now, John.
A lot to play for. Salme, the last player now to stand for Godlike, with Yangon Galacticos inside the building.
ओ बढ़िया, दोनों की लाया.
And down they go.
दोनों की लाया. थर्ड आ गए. थर्ड आ गए क्या?
Straight to S2G. The solo player from Godlike is going to be left to his own devices. Patch
100 में. सेकंड आ जा. थोड़ा सा सरवाइव कर ले.
There is no hope. All you've got is the barrel to back you up.
And all roads lead back to Alpha 7 here in North George. It is their bread and butter. Can they clean things out now, solidify their position in the rankings before we head into the last two Miramars? MG3 in the hands of one.
आ जाएगा, सेकंड आ जाएगा.
Nate goes long. Rebel on the sideline.
सेकंड आ गए. एक और किल आ जाए, 1-2 किल और आ जाए ना मजा आ जाएगा. एक नॉक निकाल दिया. अरे कोई नहीं. सेकंड आ गए. सेकंड आ गए.
They move in with a pretty hefty scoreline too. And the drums, the horns.
90 पॉइंट के ऊपर हो गया. 90 पॉइंट के ऊपर हो गया. 90 प्लस पॉइंट हो गया.
From Alpha 7 in a set position going forward, and Revo giving the thumbs up. Honestly, good stuff from them.
90 प्लस पॉइंट हो गया. 90 प्लस पॉइंट हो गया. दिखाओ. पॉइंट टेबल डाल ई-स्पोर्ट में. आया क्या पॉइंट टेबल? सेकंड पे आ गए. 89 पॉइंट्स. ठीक है. अभी भी कंफर्म नहीं है वैसे. 100 पॉइंट टच करना पड़ेगा. फिफ्थ वाले का 84 है और 2 मिरामार बाकी है, तो 84 का ये 90 ले जाओ. 90 से 95 पॉइंट तक करना पड़ेगा. लेकिन ये जो एंड में अभी गॉड लाइक सेकंड आई है ना, बढ़िया खेली भाई साहब. YG का भी दोनों किल आ गया. मज़ा आ गया. अभी भी क्वालिफाई हो सकती है, लेकिन अभी भी 100% नहीं हुआ है. S2G भी है, NS भी है. अल्फा 7 को 2 बढ़िया गेम चाहिए होंगे, तो मतलब टॉप 7 के बीच में अब लड़ाई है. S2G, NS, आइडा, होरा, ये अरीना, गॉडलाइक. देखते हैं. तो मैं एक काम करता हूँ, अभी एक मैच तो मैं नहीं देख पाऊँगा, तो मैं स्ट्रीम लगा के चल जाता हूँ और सीधा लास्ट मैच में आता हूँ. यही किया जाए. अभी तुम लोग ये आखिरी वाला मैच देखना, लेकिन मेरे को जाना पड़ेगा थोड़ा बाहर जल्दी. जितना जल्दी जाऊँगा उतना जल्दी वापस आऊँगा. तो 15 मिनट का ब्रेक होगा, तब तक हो जाएगा आधा घंटा. हाँ, अगला पूरा मैच गायब रहूँगा. लगा के चल जाता हूँ. इसको पहले साउंड ऑन कर दो.
Away from those apartments on that northern side, yet you are pretty much out. There's not much you can do about it. Alpha 7 pick a spot that was sent to dot for a long time. Ends up being the best position to play from. Not to say it's always easy.
अभी के लिए जा रहा हूँ और फिर अगला मैच बस स्ट्रीम चलेगा, मैं नहीं रहूँगा और सीधा मैं लास्ट मैच में आता हूँ. लास्ट मैच में आएंगे, वो वाला मैच देखेंगे. तब तक देखते हैं, होप करते हैं अगला मैच जो गॉडलाइक का होगा बढ़िया जाए. तब तक के लिए स्ट्रीम एंजॉय करो और मैं मिलता हूँ सीधा आखिरी मैच में, ठीक है? और ये पहला मेरा मैच तुम लोग सबको
moments in that game as well, Blank, with I think a notable example being that S power push out from Godlike to move back out of the zone to take the fight to Tiamba. I think you were calling it at the time. You said you liked it. It did end up going well for them.
Yeah.
It was just unfortunate that there were so many off angles.
I think for S Power there, it's a really, really good call from him where he understands that this is a difficult circle, a circle they are unlikely to win on. So in that moment, he's like, boys, I am just going to push out here. I'm going to play the off angle that they'll never expect. And Tiamba absolutely did not. And for that, Power was able to pick himself up a couple of knocks there, which ensured they won that engagement and allowed Salme then to get very, very far into the game. So although he goes down, there's a very, very tactical approach from him.
Hiçbir şekilde değişmedi. Sadece mikro hataları daha aza indirdik. O kadar. Teşekkürler.
Actually, we didn't change anything. We always play our own game. We just adapted to our small mistakes that we did.
All right, and I guess finally, are you going to be able to continue this on, get top 5? It's looking really good for Ida right now. What are your thoughts regarding that?
Ya şu an İda için çok iyi görünüyor. Top 5 içindesiniz. Bu şekilde devam edecek mi sizce? Top 5 olarak kapatabilecek misiniz?
Umarım öyle olur. Büyük konuşmak yanlış olur şimdi. Teşekkürler.
I don't want to talk big, but yeah, I hope so.
All right, well, thank you very much, Darkin, here for joining us. I do also have Revo after that victory. Come on, guys, give us a little bit. I had to. How are you feeling right now, Revo?
Well, we are feeling good. I think like we did a bad day, but I know it happens. Like we are trying to do step by step, brick by brick. So we are doing like trying to recover ourselves, and we're gonna try to do our best in these last 2 matches.
Crazy circle there over on Georgia Paul, of course. How are you guys feeling about it? Obviously, in an urban ending like that, it gets very difficult, but then the circle centers on the bridge for some of that. Was that causing you guys some concerns internally? What were you thinking?
I think like gave us much confidence, and like God said to us, okay, I will give that save and win that match to like stay alive. So now we're gonna do our best to win the last 2 matches.
All right, thank you very much. Actually, no. Do you have anything to say to your fans, Revo?
Amo todo mundo, hein? Tamo junto.
All right, give it up. We're headed on back. That's all for 7.
Okay, guys, I clearly won that first game of basketball, but now we have a second game to play with 7-7. The reaction game is here. Anything you want to say before you start?
I'm gonna vitality him.
I haven't even played yet, but okay, I guess go for it. Okay, I'm checking it out. Drop a Federalis right now. Okay, 5 seconds, get ready. It's coming up. What? Why am I like this? I do animation. Come on. Oh, you're terrible. Oh, you got one. Okay, one. Hey, don't throw that at me. Focus on your game. Oh, no. Okay, Lace. Come on, another one. Oh, they're playing with you. They're playing with your mind. Come on, I'm going to disrupt you. Come on. Hey, there you go. Come on, 2 more. Yeah, I mean, this one's easy. That doesn't count. Yes. I forgot how many you got.
We're gonna set it up, and he's gonna do it. And you guys gonna let us know how many I ended up catching, because I lost count.
Yeah, same.
We'll be right back. Okay, we forgot how many I was able to catch, but now, Max, It's your turn.
Oh, you put me into it. Okay.
Yes, we're going straight in.
Oh, I'm gonna be careful.
Come on. First one, you're gonna catch it. You're gonna miss it. Hey! One. Ooh, that was close. That was really close. Those you cannot see. Honestly, I don't. Two. Let's go, baby. Oh, that was close. That was close. That was close. That was close. Oh no! You gotta be ready. You gotta watch out with that one. Two. Come on now. No.
My eyes. I was cross-eyed. Hey.
Sir, I think I have beat you once again.
1v1 in PubgMobile. I win that one.
Ooh, I don't know about that one. I can vitality you there too.
I can fourth rise you there.
Ooh. I've been waiting for this moment for the past 4 days. Do Brazil! Finally, they end up getting a win here with the crazy rotation that they ended up doing in Neptura because they didn't have to do a damn rotation. It's exactly
that's what I was going to say. What rotation?
I can't wait to go back and see your face. Just like, what is he talking about? It just, you got to let me cook, Max. You got to let me cook. But yeah, for that squad, this is exactly what they were needing.
Oh, it's so nice. It's a breath of fresh air coming on through for a 7 because now they're like, oh, yes, was it handed to us? A little bit, but...
A lot.
A lot, okay, fine. But now they're like, okay, we have a win under our belts. We have a decent amount of eliminations. I think they like 9 or 10 eliminations there. So now they're going, okay, now moving forward into the Miramars, we have a win behind us. We're not struggling so much anymore. We've got those eliminations. We can do it. Let's go in and get another win.
We. There you go, 18 points on the board. Of course, as you said, right, they're going to be dropping there. That is their main drop location. Actually, the reason why they won PMGC last year was because they got love circles around the northern side of George Pole. They know how to play it. They know that place like the back of their hand. But Godlike, 14 points right now. I got a replay later on, but Godlike, I was not expecting them in the northern George Pole in a circle like this to do that well. For a team that has never played globally, they're getting these insane circles, man. I kind of feel bad for Godlike, man. The circles just are not making it easy.
I don't feel bad at all because they're showing up to when they are being challenged. Sure. And I think that is just such a great trait to have. And this is before we even came to Group B. I was hoping that Godlike will be able to showcase the skills that they have, not only just in fragging, but their tactical skills. And we're getting a chance to see all of that laced with Godlike, just them being able to rise up whenever they actually need to.
I mean, this is not unusual for them. They read this zone incredibly well and are able to cement themselves into it. We saw it on yesterday when they did like such a wide rotation just to get themselves into it. And with these crazy circles, guys, I've never seen a bridge pull like that before. Like, I really have not. And so for them to be able to capitalize on that, especially with all the chaos happening on that northern side of the zone, is awesome from Godlike.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Alpha 7 finally.
हेलो हेलो हेलो क्या स्ट्रीम वापस से चालू हो गया पता चल जाएगा, लेकिन तब तक मैं लगा देता हूँ। आखिरी मैच भी चालू हो गया शायद से। खुलिया लैग हो रहा है। Start तो हो गया stream. Let's go.
8 points will be hard to overlap that. Definitely doable, but for Miramar miracles.
92. अबे तेरी close आ गए.
Right in the middle of the map. Alpha 7 and Horror towards El Azahar. At the moment, Horror just have such brutal oversight onto Alpha 7's position. You've got Nuths up on the high ground out on the northwest side of El Azahar, and he's kind of the only operative with a chance to shut down an angle for Horror, because right now the rest of them trying to run through the town, trying to get anything done. Meanwhile, over on the east side, TT Project going to try and crash in towards Vitality, and they have opened an opportunity there, taking down one of the players. And remember, 13th place is not comfortable. TT want to jump up higher. They could push the walls into that hot seat too. There is so much at stake here.
I mean, for TT Project,
3,45,000
to qualify by taking down the #1 squad
would be quite an amusing feat. World record.
See if they can pull it off right now. Vitality do go down to 3 here. They have been playing all cylinders firing this entire time. At some point, they do have to start feeling that lactic acid. But again, it has just been marvelous. But TT Project, that initial pickoff does give them a little bit more space to work with on that northeast side. They can even pick up some of the high ground, start to swing their way through on that ridge. But it does open up to sightlines from Alpha 7, who do now need to move.
There's so many teams who have been circling this circle for quite a while. Nongshim Red Force have been playing out all the way from the northwest side. They've been in the blue zone for ages, and they're just crashing into a fight potentially with Yangon Galacticos. Godlike as well, disengaged from the walls, and they've moved in behind Hustler Crew, who you said they know are diminished in power, and they could try and punch a hole through. With Vinny already down, there is a weakness. There's blood in the water for Godlike to try and strike.
And Godlike move up, it's almost poetic how it's all happening as we expected it to. Vinny goes down to Manya. And again, perfect plans laid in motion by Godlike, now being executed on them. The blueprint being followed to a T.
Beautiful stuff, but they still have to keep going a little bit more pacey. Yangon Galacticos reinforcing the south side against this Godlike push. Sure, Hustler Crew kind of not able to do too much here, but in this compound, Yangon Galacticos have a much stronger foothold. In the meantime, Nongshim Red Force looking to try and change the tune towards TT Project up on that northern side, a little bit closer to that fight. Tiamba looking to take on Irina, who as well are in danger. All of our linchpin teams on the tables are going hell for leather into the fight.
That's Power finding another over towards Hustler Crew, leaving them with just one player left alive. Jameson will have to try and make this one work, but he is stuck between most of the players from Godlike, and they are not going to give him an inch. Irina over towards Tiamba, very important fight for them. Irina also, despite what was an insane start to their day on day one, they have dropped down to 4th, and Hustler Crew will be the first team to leave us from Group B.
No longer will they be here in Paris. They have been rebuffed. The rest of the lobby did not allow them access. Godlike, the ones to deal the final blow to them, and they want to try and earn those points even further, get higher and away from that bubble position. In Group A, we saw the bubble being 88 points, but now it is going to go even further beyond. Etch making a mad dash in, and this could be another team joining. Hustler Crew on the northeast side. They crash, and they crash into Horror. Ida taking a chunk out of them, and it is just one player left now for Etch to try and cross the boundary.
For Edge, I don't know what the move was, I don't know what the play was either. We've been out in the blue for the longest time, still trying to find a way in. They played this game a little bit too slow, in my opinion, leaving them only with speed remaining. For TT Project, they honestly do not need to do a lot here to stay ahead. It will require one hell of a game here for speed to get through in towards survival stage. leaving Dopeness as the last chance.
Wolves taking a lot of damage, trying to roll around the hills, but keeping themselves nice and safe. Tiamba a little bit more at risk, and I think that this may just be a flush if Elementrix can find the right spot to spray down. E-Arena as well, looking to try and get the points earned and confirmed onto their tally to make sure that they're further away, because it is just so volatile. A single place going down, a single player getting lost diminishes your point scoring ability to a point where it could be tournament making or tournament breaking. A spray down from Schweppes, and he's adding it to the tally, but that's stolen away, maybe, from the Wolves.
Wolves would love any more points they can get here, keep them in the running. Now S2G, they move
374k.
away from Truckstop. This is a really fantastic spot on the map to play, honestly, for S2G. Give them a lot of control. They look down towards some of the low ground on that. Getting knocked over towards Vitality. Wolves continue to pump those points there, move further and further away from the bottom three.
Snacks.
They keep increasing that buffer. E-Arena not so lucky. They're taking damage. They tried to jump into the fight, but it's not going well. They try to move forwards, and they're playing as two. TT Project taking damage as well. Vitality eliminated. Tiamba are out of the running as well, but they may have done enough. Elementrix moving forwards. E-Arena going down here is a massive change in the tables. S2G, Horror, and Nongshim Red Force all with a bigger opportunity to take one of those top 5 spots. But Joker stands tall. The belt buckle on the floor.
They need to hold on here. Joker moves up. Elementrix moving off the back of the position, but more and more players coming through. This is going to be an incredible clutch if he can make it work, but Joker does go down.
A trade, a Norman turning away, the vehicle going up in smoke, E-Arena in danger, E-Arena right down to the wire. They do manage to pick up a point or two, but on 95 they are far from safe. A sliver of HP, and he swaps the vehicles out. Where can he go though? Where can he call home?
The teams underneath him, they all have better positions inside the circle. E-Arena forced to stop off at a shack here down towards the south side. Only real option they have. I'm more laughing at the fact that TT Project thought that their only way to stay in towards survival stage was to defeat Vitality of all teams. I mean, if it works, it works, I guess.
A little pincer maneuver with Nongshim Red Force, who are one of the chasing teams as well, in 7th place. Moving in, the South Korean roster looking to try and turn on those afterburners. They do have a chance to make it work here. Well, they have TT Project to try and guard out. So many crucial battles happening, spanning the entirety of this leaderboard, Blank. It is so important for about 50% of the lobby as to what happens in the next 3 minutes.
Godlike still keeping it chill down towards the south side. Difficult push for them though. Yangon Galacticos watching over their every move. So how would they want to play this one out? It's still a good chance to work with. Denying those sight lines as we head over towards that northern edge. Goodness me, you have the eyes of many teams looking your way. Alpha 7, I think, have done more than enough. However, it would require a gargantuan game to get into top 5, but I think they can be very pleased with their current position on the leaderboard. Circle centers up, and again, S2G, they just take the right maneuver at the right time. They knew they had the most control over truck stop. When it happened, made an executive decision to move over towards this area of the map. Again, this is a winning spot.
And as you say, the decision to leave truck stop itself really is going to play well for them. That northeast side can get rebuffed. That's the arena. That's the arena down, Blank. The last player spotted. Either the ones to deal the final blow there, picking up a point for themselves and taking E-Arena down. Now 95 points is a clear target for these teams behind them, and there is a tiebreaker between them and Godlike. There's either 1 point behind, 3 points behind for Honor and for S2G, and Nongshim Red Force with a chance to blow that one away as well here with a chunk of points and a big game for the South Koreans. It is just so deadly to be going down at a time like this.
Nongshim Red Force moving up from this compound means
4
they'll
lakh
have
watching
to
ho
put
gaya.
themselves in the sidelines of TT Project, but it's Alpha 7 actually
Max
waiting
ka 4 lakh
on
watching.
the exit here. TT Project look to make the quick maneuvers. They move out in the convoy. They're taking a ton of damage as they move on in over towards S2G, holding the line.
And Nongshim Red Force jumping in as well. Another knock over towards Zerich, leaving 2 of TT Project alive on their bubble position. Dopeness wanting to stay alive in truck stop and trying to pass it. More damage is pouring on through. Alpha 7 looking to close the trap. And in comes the backup. There's Nongshim Red Force trying to wrap around behind, and the nades are brutal. TT Project on their last legs. Effect the last to stand. Now on a sliver of HP, the nades go long. He's just about able to dodge it. And with an S12K, he's got to open a dream.
Effect staying quiet, hoping Alpha 7 and Nongshim Red Force fight against one another first. Edge will have to move in across the road. Singular player still left alive here.
Alpha 7 ये लोग तो बहुत दूर हैं.
Dopeness being the other problem, also having to leave soon too. Nongshim Red Force taking a little bit of damage, but it's S2G who bear the brunt of the pain. This is on a double split though, so there's 2 reses going off at the same time for S2G. They are so lucky that so many teams on the northern side are all fighting against one another. Gives them a brief opportunity of respite.
And it means that the sightlines for S2G were distracted, not in operation, and that's going to allow a little bit more maneuverability. Those reses have come through, and S2G are back into the fight. Alpha 7 crashing in, trying to take down Nongshim Red Force. There goes Effect. TT Project losing out on the more point scoring opportunities here. 36 points is the target for Dopeness, for maybe even Edge. So easy cruising around the sidelines, but Carrillo spots him underneath the vehicle. Looks for the spray to confirm, but doesn't quite get enough damage.
Alpha 7 looking to finish out strong here on the final day of absolutely mental. Puts Alpha 7 in the Hyun bin, taking out the trash here at the end of the day. Nongshim Red Force, good to speak. Hyunbin's finally down, but Carrillo, he is still up, still kicking. Alpha 7 still have life, but finally will leave.
Down they go. Nongshim Red Force down as well. No challenge there. Arena
भाई गॉडल क्यों नहीं निकाल रही, एक भी किल निकाले.
They're gonna get stuck in, pushing Arena down, and Honor are the first team to confirm themselves with vitality because nobody else can pass them.
रिकॉर्ड तोड़ना impossible हो जाएगा. 8 लाख पहुंचने वाला है watching.
Carrillo really hanging on to hope right at the end versus Hyunbin. Horror though, making this cross a massive opportunity versus S2G. They left Kamikaze as the anchor once again towards the center. Godlike watching from a distance. Patience.
हो गए क्वालीफाई हो गए. NS को बस मरना होगा. NS खतरा है. Qualified.
A fall could be brutal for S2G's hold on a top 5 spot here. Horror looking to ruin the day. They're in right now, but either are across the way. They're a lot safer, and they have got more players alive and ready to take this fight.
Alright, they lose Sleepy, but it's okay. They're awake now, right now, in this game. Looking to put some more points on the cards. It's a difficult push-up for them. They picked the right opportunity, now looking for more. Godlike under pressure from the walls as they send over towards their position. They're playing this one slow, cautiously. Marnet though will find Sky. Jiggle up on high though, drops the nade, could be big, but they scatter.
Horror doing bits against Yangon Galacticos, but in the meantime, the wolves are burning away on Godlike on the south side flank. They are going low, they are going down. Horror with the danger on the roller, but there goes the first, and no fear now. Last to stand for Horror, a chance to make it through, but Godlike are down to 1 on the south edge. The wolves are going to fall low, and Godlike get the points they need. They're over the line. They have made it into the top 5.
Arduino with an insane clutch up versus the wolves.
Qualified कर गए.
Hanging on by a thread here.
Admino qualify करवा दिया.
It's a Turkish team going in. The question is who? If you go down now, S2G, placements are going to flip this around. It's going to change things, and all for the worse. Not to mention, TT Project just dropped down.
99 points हो गए.
In those last moments, they played slow from truck stop. They rolled in, they parked up.
Qualified grand final में सीधा बढ़िया. दोनों इंडिया की टीम एक बार में grand final में.
With the opportunity to do one of the funniest things I think we could see. A chance to maybe push Dopeness aside, but the placements are kicking in. Already 2 guaranteed.
तो ये अरीना बाहर हो गई.
At least 3 points, if not
ये
more,
अरीना
to
बाहर
try
हो
and
गई.
close that gap on the overalls. And down go S2G. They are out, and the placements are there for Ida. They are 3 points behind, and Speed could be there. Godlike get a 10th elimination as well. And put themselves into the triple digits. They're going for that 4th right, 107.
They hit the century. Centurions inside the lobby. These guys have been marching towards success between the beginning of the game.
एडमिनो ने क्वालीफाई करवा दिया.
Ida potentially backstabbed here by a player at the bottom of the rankings, preventing their approach into the top 5.
440.
Arena is already going to go down. There goes Etch. Our bottom 3 are locked on in, and Ida force Arena out of the top 5. Sure, you can break records, but you can't go the distance. You don't make it to the top 5.
Let's see how this game does end up, but we have our top 5 going through to the finals. Vitality, who have been a wealth of life spring here over towards Group B. Godlike with 100 points, hitting the triple digits, the only other team to do it. Horror underneath. S2G and Ida, 2 Turkish teams getting through to the finals in one group. This has been an incredible 2 days, John. It has been so closely fought.
It's been right down to the wire. It's just a matter of shutting this one out. Dopeness making it through by the skin of their teeth to join the survival stages over the top. A lazy float over will be enough to shut down Mana, and Yangon Galacticos will join that survival stage as well. Now Ida looking to rattle some skulls around the edge as they roll over the top here. Godlike looking to put the hurt down as they ascend.
Speaker low gets the first aid off though. Kenji potentially rezzed up here off in the distance, either trying to play around this little bit of terrain. Salmi
एडमिनो की तरफ से आगे बढ़ना होगा.
looks to throw it. Goes long but not long enough.
Got another one. Wants to go a little bit further maybe if he's got that read right. The Cook looks pretty good, and it tags Lufa, takes him very, very low. The smokes of Bloom to keep in Ida safe on their angles. There's a nade in response, and Lufa able to do what Salme couldn't and managed to clock that one. Amino was clutch before, but will he be clutch again here? A 1 versus 3 would be necessary, but down go Godlike. They have done enough though, Blake. They have made their way to those grand finals, and Ida looking to join them. Dopeness, are they going to find it right at the end? A 1-2 punch against Ida. Speaker around the tree with the shotgun goes down, and Rita and Emre look to try and bring it to bear. They find what they're looking for. 3 chicken dinners today, and they make their way to join the top 5.
Taking half the map so far. Ida with a hell of a run here in Group B, right at the end. But Vitality was insane. Godlike will join them in the 100 points club. But really, Ida has had a hell of a run.
What a resurgence from Turkey, eh? S2G and Ida both putting pedal to metal when it mattered, and their metal was tested, and they proved themselves worthy of one of those direct spots to the grand finals, joining some of the best teams in the world. We've got to make a couple more spots available though, and that is for our survival stage teams.
Grand final में तोड़ देगा record.
The survival stage will be coming up very shortly. I know they are going to be some amazing matches because we still have some insanely strong teams going through the survival stage. It has been super down to the wire. This was so volatile towards the top. But goodness me, OG Godlike in the finals. Crazy stuff, crazy stuff.
What a glow up from India on the global stage. They have done so much improvement. They have found their feet and they are making waves. Nobody can deny their power now when it comes to PUBG Mobile. They have impressed, they have brought their best, and it is more than enough for us. More than enough for plenty of our players too. Nobody seems to be able to handle it. Honestly, I thought that we were kind of locked in towards the bottom of the leaderboards as well, but there was a lot of changes going on there towards the end. Dopeness very much having the last little bit of gas in the tank to get them through. The TT project, it is a devastating result. Not making it. What can you do? What can you do for such prominent players with such storied history? It is difficult to bring it on through. Etch as well, having a real tough time of it. Speed trying to make the most of that final opportunity, but it just couldn't happen. That mad dash from the northeast ruining their chances. And they're going to join Hustler Crew, who, to be fair, look pretty devastated themselves.
Yeah, not really able to get anything done during these matches, sadly. But again, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. We are just waiting to get on board with Barney shortly, but this is what everyone's excited to see. A Vitality to come out and crush some keys.
वैसे फर्स्ट है सेकंड है क्या नहीं शायद थर्ड पे एंड किया होगा ना क्योंकि आइडा का चिकन आया है आइडा का चिकन आया ना अच्छा ये मैच कभी नहीं देखा था मैंने गॉड लाइक का 1 पॉइंट आया था सर और ये लोग 4 5 9 अरे तेरी ये तो दिक्कत हो गया था यहाँ पे गॉड लाइक के लिए और S2G का 12 पॉइंट आ गया था खतरनाक फिर अगला मैच दोनों फाइनल्स थर्ड है हाँ वही मैं बोल रहा था लेकिन 105 पॉइंट निकाल के थर्ड आया है आइडा का वो लास्ट मैच में चिकन ये लोग को क्वालिफाई करवा दिया वैसे आइडा पहले भी सेकंड पे ही थी वर्ल्ड लाइक का 15 पॉइंट बढ़िया खेले भाई साहब 12 मैच में 105 पॉइंट एक बार में क्वालिफाई हो रहा है स्पोर्ट्स के ऊपर S2G के ऊपर NS के ऊपर है गॉड लाइक भाई साहब क्या ही खेले HC बार TTS बार डोपनेस अभी भी मौका है तो बची कौन सी टीम NS आ जाएगी अल्फा 7 भी आ जाएगी सर्वाइवल स्टेज से तो क्वालिफाई कर ही जाना चाहिए सर्वाइवल स्टेज अब कल गैप है छुट्टी है उसके बाद देखते हैं लेकिन क्या ही मैच हुआ स्नैक्स ने वहाँ अलग अपना रिकॉर्ड तोड़ दिया 4.5 लाख का वॉचिंग 97 पॉइंट्स का कट ऑफ गया सोचो 95 पॉइंट लाके ये अरीना क्वालिफाई नहीं की खतरनाक कंपटीशन गया इसमें NS भी सोच रही होगी कि हम लोग 88 पॉइंट्स तक लाए वहाँ ग्रुप ए में 88 पॉइंट्स पे क्वालिफाई हो जा रहे थे सब और यहाँ ये लोग 7th आए हैं यहाँ पर 97 चल गया कट ऑफ लेकिन गॉड लाइक क्वालिफाई कर गई है दोनों इंडिया की टीम्स क्वालिफाई कर गई है यहाँ से 60 लाख रुपए तो वैसे गॉड लाइक ने भी कमा लिए 60 लाख रुपए 60 लाख खतरनाक
Gentlemen, it's you. Dude,
crushing hoga,
earlier on today, while the desk were having a chat, some of the other pro players stopped by, namely Killer Joe from GOAT Team. He said, if they're going to play like this, Vitality may as well just be given the trophy at this point. How does it feel to hear something like that?
It feels good, but I hope we can do it in the finals too, so yeah.
Yeah, of course, you got to do it in the finals, guys. Right, I want you to go around to the back of this crusher. I want you guys to line up for me, so everyone step up onto the step, please.
Yeah,
this is the fun bit. Right, now we've got to do a little bit of explaining. Let's set the scene here. 3 teams are being eliminated from the entire Pmwc right here, right now, by you guys, okay? We've got Hustler Crew, we've got TT Project, and we've got ETSH Esports. Look, this is the nature of the competition, but, you know, is there anything that you would like to say to those eliminated teams before we have to send their keys down?
Me?
Yes, you.
Nice try and better luck next time, I think.
Nice try, better luck next time. Okay. would you like to press the button and open up the iris of the Crusher? 3, 2, 1. Nice and smooth, I like it. Okay, gentlemen, this is how the cookie crumbles. We're gonna pull on this lever and it's gonna crush the remaining keys. Would you like to give it a go? Who would like to do it? In 3, 2, 1, pull it! And there they go. Was that satisfying? Was that good? That was good. Satisfying?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Okay, you gotta stop doing it, man. Come on. It's all fun and games until someone gets hurt. Now we're gonna have to do that obviously again next week. And of course, in the survival stage, plenty of PMWC action to come your way. Congratulations one more time to Team Vitality. What an incredible performance over the last 2 days. But we've got to break down everything we saw today on day 2 of Group B. Let's head back to the studio to do that.
A dominating performance out of Vitality in this past 2 days for Group B. PMWC at EWC 26. This squad was just looking different. You heard it there from Federalis as well today. They were just trying different stuff because they didn't really have to try that hard with how they were able to perform in that first day.
No, they were. They had nothing to worry about. Nothing whatsoever. I mean, even after 6 matches of all these teams really giving it their all and getting all those points and making some upsets on the leaderboard, which we'll get to later. But there was nothing that anybody could do. They were just far and above beyond. So really nice to see them kind of work on a few other things and try and figure out what they want to do for this final.
कोई और टीम नहीं होगी जिनके 2 टीम क्वालिफाई कर गए हो. अभी 10 अगस्त कब है? आज है क्या? कल छुट्टी है. कल कोई मैचेस नहीं है. 3rd आया ना. हाँ, इन लोगों को भी 60 लाख रुपए मिले. वाओ, गॉड लाइक 105 पॉइंट. बढ़िया खेले. पूरा ही स्पोर्ट्स के ऊपर है. सोच 10th 11th 5th. किल्स कितने हैं वैसे? किल्स दिखा रहा है क्या? टोटल किल्स, रुक जाए यहाँ पे पोस्ट था ना. टोटल किल्स 73 किल्स. और किसी के हैं इतने ज्यादा? विटेलिटी के तो होंगे और किसी के नहीं है. मतलब 2nd हाईएस्ट. और ये वाला लॉबी में किसी का था? नहीं, ये तो डे 1 का है. ये रहा ना 73. इसमें से 4 थ्राइव्स का था. क्या खेले हैं मतलब. 73 किल्स. खतरनाक. मतलब एग्रेशन तो है. थोड़ा सा जोन एंड तक ये लोग ले जाए. मान्या को थोड़ा स्टेप अप करना पड़ेगा. आज का देखना होगा. टॉप ये आज का है क्या? टॉप एलिमिनेटर्स नहीं, आज का नहीं है ना. टॉप एलिमिनेटर्स देखना होगा. ये डाला है क्या? अभी नहीं डाला है ना. कल ही डालेगा लग रहा है. तो फिर 12 टीम्स मिल चुके हैं. हाँ, ये रहा ना. नहीं, ये तो ये सर्वाइवल स्टेज है. ठीक है, सर्वाइवल स्टेज में ये लोग खेलेंगे. अगर इसमें से टॉप 6 टीम्स मेरे को देखना हुआ तो ऑल गेमर्स, फ्यूरिया, एनएस, उल्फ और 2 टीम में डाल दो अल्फा 7 को भी. चलो डाल दो. और एक डीआरएक्स कर सकती है क्या? डाउट है. एक टीम का मेरे को भी आइडिया नहीं. कोई मतलब सब टीम्स अच्छी है. बहुत सारी टीम्स अच्छी है. तो उसमें से कोई भी कर सकते. इधर देखते. आ जाओ. अपडेट हो गया क्या? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. हाँ, अपडेट है. तो मतलब ये पाकिस्तान की, ये मंगोलिया की, इंडोनेशिया, इंडिया, नेपाल, टर्की, इंडिया. तो इंडिया की सबसे मतलब हाँ, इंडिया की 2 टीम है. इंडिया की 2 टीम क्वालिफाइड. सही है सही है सही है सही है सही है सही है सही है। इंडिया की दो टीम क्वालिफाइड है यार। अच्छा वो दिक्कत हो गया था ये चौथा मैच के बाद। मैंने स्ट्रीम तो चालू करके मैं गया था लेकिन बीच में लाइट कट गया था और फिर लाइट कटने के बाद चालू करना पड़ता है तो मैं तो बाहर गया हुआ था तो फिर इसीलिए स्ट्रीम चालू नहीं हो पाया था। तो पांचवा मैच इसमें शो ही नहीं किया पूरा। सीधा आज सिर्फ चौथा और छठा मैच दिखाया गया है स्ट्रीम में तो गाइस देख लेना वो। और बाकी 6 स्पॉट्स बाकी है देखते हैं उनमें से कौन आता है। क्या ही लॉबी है वैसे अभी तक की ग्रैंड फाइनल्स की। क्या क्या भयंकर भयंकर परफॉर्मिंग टीम्स है। खतरनाक लॉबी है जो बोलो। मस्त है मस्त है मस्त। मस्त लॉबी है। 1 2 3 4 5 यहाँ से 5 टीम्स आ गई। इंडिया अच्छा करेगी इस बार ग्रैंड फाइनल्स में। इंडिया अच्छा करेगी। इंडिया आरू एडमिनो के आतंकी कौन सी मान्या एस पावर दिस गॉड। वाओ टर्की के 17 मतलब कितने 4 टीम गए क्या टर्की के। सबसे ज्यादा टीम टर्की के है। सेकंड पे चाइना। चाइना का तो बैंड बजा पड़ा है। चाइना का बैंड बजा पड़ा और इंडिया सारे टीम क्वालिफाई हो गए। इंडोनेशिया विटेलिटी हुई है इसमें से ना। इसमें फेडरालिस क्यों नहीं है। फेडरालिस नहीं दिया है। इंडोनेशिया का ही है ना वो या फिर दूसरा कंट्री का है लेकिन खेलता है इन लोग के लिए। ये तो पंगा है। ऐसा हो सकता है क्या पॉसिबल है दूसरा कंट्री के लिए खेलना। कौन सा कंट्री का है। फिलीपींस का है। ओ फिलीपींस का है लेकिन खेलता भाई साहब लूफर फेडरालिस फिलीपींस के है। अच्छा हाँ ऐसे रॉफ भी है जो वो अल्जेरिया का है। कैसे इन लोगों को कम्युनिकेशन होता होगा। आला अर्जेंटीना। जिमी जिमी ताइवान का है। वो टीटी वाला जिमी ताइवान का है। वर्ल्ड चैंपियन। ये तो नया नया चीज पता चल रहा है। चाइना में नहीं है क्या जिमी। अबे हाँ इसमें तो जिमी है ही नहीं। मतलब ताइवान का है वो चाइना का नहीं है। तो हम लोग चाइनीज प्लेयर समझते थे जिमी को। सही है। वीडियो बनाया जाए क्या इन लोग के ऊपर। कौन सी टीम के ऊपर बना सकते हैं। गॉड लाइक के ऊपर और एंगोटैन के ऊपर विटालिटी के ऊपर। गॉड लाइक निग्मा गैलेक्सी का ही वो प्लेयर था क्या पहाड़ पे चढ़ा हुआ था। वो लॉर्ड करके जो प्लेयर है वो कौन सा कंट्री का है। छोड़ो ध्यान नहीं मेरे को उतना। फोर्थ राइज अरोरा निग्मा गैलेक्सी और एंगोटैन और टीम फ्लैश ठीक है। और वहां से भी टॉप 6 टीम्स आएगी वो भी एक से बढ़ के एक होने वाली है। खतरनाक लॉबी होगा पीएमडब्ल्यूसी का। स्नैक्स ने बंद कर दिया क्या स्ट्रीम। नहीं लाइव है अभी भी। खेल खत्म। चलो मैं भी यहाँ पे पोस्ट कर देता हूँ, ठीक है। वर्ल्ड लाइक qualified directly to grand finals. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. और एंड करते हैं स्ट्रीम को। अकेले क्या ही बात करूंगा। नहीं आया ना अभी तक पोस्ट। हाँ नहीं आया, कल ही आएगा वो फिर। ओह गॉड लाइक। गॉड लाइक क्या खेले, मजा आ गया। सोचो अल्फा 7 जैसी टीम क्वालिफाई नहीं कर पाई, लेकिन गॉड लाइक कर गई तो बात है। ये फाइट क्या बढ़िया खेले भाई, क्या बढ़िया खेले रोंडो। लेट्स गो। कैप दिखा रहा है यहाँ पे भी। सौम्य ने बहुत बढ़िया खेला था, सेकंड आए हम लोग, क्वालिफाई हो गए वो चक्कर में। त्यानबा का चिकन आया था इसीलिए ये लोग बच गए, वरना ये लोग बॉटम 3 थे। त्यानबा का चिकन ने बचा लिया। और यहाँ आइडा का चिकन। Thanks for watching. The tournament continues on Tuesday 4 बजे। All right, all right, all right. तो हम लोग का स्ट्रीम आज पे कितना देर का हुआ वैसे? 2 घंटा का फिलहाल के लिए यहाँ तक हुआ है। स्नैक्स ने बंद कर दिया? नहीं, स्नैक्स अभी बातें कर रहा है। इंग्लिश हिंदी स्ट्रीम अभी भी चल रहा है क्या? जियो ब्लास्ट, ये देखे बात सुनते हैं। वैसे अगर पूछूंगा, अगर ये वाला भी हम लोग वॉच पार्टी कर सकते हैं तो हिंदी वाला ही कर लेंगे।
नहीं खेल पाए, पर ऐसा नहीं है कि त्यानबा नहीं कर सकते, बिल्कुल कर सकती है। अगर वो कंसिस्टेंसी दिखाते हैं तो बिल्कुल वो टीम करके जा सकती है, पर पॉसिबिलिटी थोड़ी कम जरूर लग रही है ये देखते हुए कि सर्वाइवल स्टेज में और कौन कौन सी टीम है जिनका सर्वाइवल गेम उनसे कहीं ज्यादा स्ट्रांग है।
फेयर इनफ। नेक्रोज आपकी बारी।
आई फील लाइक मेरे 2 नाम होंगे मेरे दिमाग में जो लग रहा है, एक है वुल्व्स और एक मुझे लगता है अल्फा 7 व्हिच इज अ बिग नेम, बट आई स्टिल फील लाइक कि अल्फा 7 में ये कह रहा हूँ बिकॉज कंसिस्टेंट परफॉर्मेंस नहीं आ रहा है, एंड वो जो गेम शायद हम अल्फा 7 से एक्सपेक्ट करते वो कुछ वैसा करके दिखा नहीं पाए एक्सेप्ट द वन चिकन दैट दे गॉट टुडे।
जो चीज़ें अल्फा 7 ने करी है इस आखिरी गेम में, मेरी तो फेवरेट टीम बन चुकी है। आई थिंक दे शुड स्टिक अराउंड। मेरे को पर्सनली अगर मैं भी अपना ओपिनियन रखूँ, मेरे को ई अरीना के लिए थोड़ा सा डर लग रहा है, बिकॉज जो फॉल रही है उनकी वो काफ़ी ड्रास्टिक थी, तो वाज वेरी सरप्राइजिंग। और उसके बावजूद ई अरीना मोमेंटम एक भी बार रिकवर ही नहीं कर पाई। पहला मैच था रोंडो का जहां वो अच्छा खेले एंड देन दे जस्ट डिसअपीयर्ड। बट अभी लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन हम भी यहां से डिसअपीयर होंगे और आपकी स्क्रीन पे अगली चीज जो नजर आएंगी वो रहेंगे स्पीरो विद अगेन समथिंग वेरी स्पेशल।
Play is in our DNA. Whenever we let it out, it becomes our superpower. Now imagine an entire city being built to supercharge it. Kadir City, powered by Play.
I'm standing with the grand finalist of PMWC 2026, all the way from India, here in Paris. Team Godlike, Edmino and S-Power. Guys, I want to know a feeling. हम grand finals पहुंच चुके हैं, कैसा लग रहा है? Starting with Edmino.
देखिए अभी ज़्यादा खुश नहीं होंगे हम, क्योंकि अभी हमें ग्रैंड फाइनल में भी अच्छा परफॉर्म करना है। हमारा टारगेट सिर्फ ग्रैंड फाइनल जाना नहीं था, हमें उधर भी बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छा परफॉर्म करना है। और पिछले साल एक अंडरडॉग मतलब कोई नई टीम आई थी वो जीत के गई थी, एंड यू नेवर नो।
You never know, but humble Edmino is still here, man. S-Power, what about you? How are you feeling?
हेवनली भाई, ये वर्ड्स एक्सप्रेस ही नहीं कर सकते, बट ठीक है, दिस इज जस्ट द बिगिनिंग। हम लोग ये वाला सिर्फ एक जो हम लोग जो चीज़ के लिए आए थे, मेन तो ऑफ कोर्स हम लोग को फाइनल्स में पार्टिसिपेट करना था, उसका पार्ट है ये। हम लोग ने ये पार्ट कर दिया फुलफिल, बट द मेन थिंग इज फाइनल्स एंड वी आर लुकिंग ऑन इट।
Edmino, tell us something about the last game. It was beautiful जिस तरह से आपने खेला वहाँ पे। क्या फील हो रहा था, क्या प्रेशर था? What were you thinking?
देखिए ऐसी सिचुएशन हम दोनों ही बहुत बार झेल चुके हैं, तो हम दोनों को ऐसा कुछ प्रेशर वगैरह था नहीं। बस ये था कि हमारे दिमाग में मतलब हम लोग बहुत ज़्यादा ही कैसे बोलूँ फ्लो में चले गए थे कि हम लोग मतलब दिमाग से कनेक्टेड था। हमारी कॉल्स होती नहीं थी, लेकिन दिमाग से बहुत ज़्यादा कनेक्शन था। इस वजह से हम लोग लास्ट मैच में पॉइंट निकाल लिए और वी आर इन ग्रैंड फाइनल्स।
We are indeed in grand finals, but S-Power, you played magnificently well throughout this tournament. हमारी गन गेम दिख रही है भाई इंटरनेशनल स्टेज पे, आपका क्या कहना है उस बारे में?
गन गेम तो यार देखो, समवेयर आई फील
सौमेन ने स्टोरी डाली थी तो उसको थोड़ा करना था कन्वर्ट।
क्या स्टोरी थी, क्या स्टोरी थी?
वो आप देखना जाके।
अब बताओ।
बेसिकली स्टोरी का अपनी समरी में दे देता हूँ। स्टोरी था, आओ तुम्हें इंडिया की गन पावर दिखाए। वो हमने डे 1 भी किया था, बट डे 1 थोड़ा बहुत आगे पीछे हुआ, बट डे 2 वी डिड इट।
ऑलराइट, मैंने देखा तुम दोनों हैंडशेक कुछ स्पेशल तरीके से कर रहे थे। आई वांट टू डू इट विद यू गाइस, बट मैं कुछ करूंगा नहीं, मेरे को सीखना है। आप मेरे को सिखा सकते हो क्या? कैन यू टीच मी? लेट्स गो टीम इंडिया, हियर यू गो। थैंक यू सो मच, दैट्स ऑल फ्रॉम माय साइड।
वेल दैट्स ऑल फ्रॉम स्पेरो, बट हम लोग अभी थोड़ी देर यहाँ पे और रुकेंगे, बिकॉज ये जो सेलिब्रेशंस है, आई थिंक सेलिब्रेशन तो नहीं, आई थिंक एक्साइटमेंट जो है ऑफ मेकिंग इट टू द ग्रैंड फाइनल्स, ये थोड़ा टाइम और चलेगी। और इसी के साथ अगर बात करें S-Power एडमिनो, बेसिकली these lads have been sticking around for a very long time. जो चीज़ हम S-Power के लिए बोलते हैं वो सेम चीज़ आई थिंक एडमिनो के ऊपर भी अप्लाई होती है। वन ऑफ द मोस्ट सेलिब्रेटेड assaulters in the country and finally gets an opportunity to shine on that stage.
जी हाँ बिल्कुल, और एडमिनो ऐसा नहीं है कि अभी इस तरीके से खेल रहे हो। आर एडमिनो के टाइम से हम उनको जानते हैं, और उसके बाद कई सारी टीम को उन्होंने चेंज किया है, प्लेयर्स के अलग अलग तरीके से वो आए, पर ओवरऑल अभी उनका परफॉर्मेंस बढ़िया चल रहा है। बट ये क्या था
जो नाम लिया लास्ट टाइम जब खेले थे, टॉप 2 थे हम, याद दिला दो फाइनल्स में। बट चलिए अभी चलते हैं, कास्टर्स की खुशी भी देखते हैं व्हेन गॉडलाइक मेड इट टू द फाइनल्स।
इंटरेस्टेड होना स्टार्ट हो चुके हैं S2G, वो रुकना नहीं चाह रहे, आगे बढ़ते चले जा रहे, एक और नॉक निकालेंगे। और S2G को रोकना डिफिकल्ट होता हुआ इस पूरे पर्टिकुलर बैटल में। साइडलाइन से आप देखिए जो थर्ड पार्टी की मैं बात कर रहा था, उसकी भी शुरुआत होती हुई।
3 प्लेयर्स, 6 एलिमिनेशंस ऑलरेडी हमें देखने को मिल रहे हैं यहाँ पे। S2G के प्लेयर्स के पास भी पूरा के प्लेयर्स वो भी ऊपर मौजूद रहेंगे। कनेक्शन निकालने का प्रयास S2G का खिलाड़ी बहुत ज्यादा लो था, और इसी के साथ स्काई उन्हें कर दिया।
बार में टॉप 5 आ रहे हैं ग्रैंड फाइनल की तरफ, हमें वो जाते हुए देखने को मिल रहे हैं। इससे बड़ी बात किसी भी फैन के लिए यहाँ पे होने वाली है नहीं। हमारी दोनों टीम पहुंच चुकी है ग्रैंड फाइनल की तरफ।
और के ऊपर दिक्कतें बहुत ज्यादा गॉडलाइक के लिए, यहाँ से चिकन निकालना थोड़ा सा मुश्किल, और टीम गॉडलाइक वो एलिमिनेट होती हुई तीसरे पायदान पर लेके जाएगी वो स्लॉट ग्रैंड फाइनल्स के लिए। देवी और सज्जनों, पर सबके बीच में टॉपलेस के ये खिलाड़ी विनर चिकन डिनर के बहुत ज्यादा नजदीक, कीड़ा के 2 प्लेयर्स उनके सामने स्पीका वो कोशिश कर रहे हैं कनेक्शन निकालने की, बट चीनी उन्हें कर दिया गया है डाउन। एंड रीटा अब 2v2 का सिचुएशन रहेगा, बट वो ज्यादा कुछ यहाँ पे कर नहीं पाएंगे। एंड इसी के साथ देवी
आइडा esports very impressive throughout the entire day और यही वो final moments थे जिस पे Godlike भी आगे बढ़ने में कामयाब रही. But Necros, final thoughts about the entire journey so far. आपकी भी पहली वर्ल्ड कप है?
जी बिल्कुल, मेरा भी पहला.
How are you feeling being here?
I am feeling great. मुझे लगता है कि जिनको देख के मैंने अपना जर्नी स्टार्ट किया तो उनके साथ बैठ के डेस्क शेयर करना मुझे लगता है हर किसी बिगिनर कास्टर का सपना रहता है. मुझे लगता है मैं वो सपना जी रहा हूँ जो मैं 2-3 साल पहले देख रहा था. बहुत अच्छी बात है, बट ऑल्सो ये भी अच्छी बात है कि मैं उसी टूर्नामेंट का पार्ट हूँ जहाँ पे हमारे इंडियन टीम से बहुत बेहतर कर रहे हैं. एंड कहीं मैं लकी चाम तो नहीं.
आपको कैसा लग रहा है इनकी ऐसी बातें सुन के? मेजी
अच्छा लग रहा है. देखिए, जब नए नए लोग आते हैं और नई नई चीज़ें सीखते हैं, और जैसे हम कहते भी हैं कि ज़रूरी नहीं है कि केवल जो छोटे हैं वही बड़ों से सीखे हैं. जो बड़े हैं वो भी छोटों से सीख सकते हैं. ये काम है, कंपोज्ड है, अच्छा काम करते हैं और बढ़िया लगा वर्क करके.
सुंदर नहीं बोला आपने,
वो उनको मैं पर्सनली बोल चुका हूँ.
बट चलिए, आई थिंक इट्स बीन एन एक्साइटिंग जर्नी एंड इट्स बीन अ प्लेजर बीइंग हियर विद बोथ ऑफ यू. अभी तो बस ग्रुप स्टेजेस खत्म हुए, हम लोग तो वापस आएंगे सर्वाइवल स्टेजेस के साथ लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, जहाँ पे सबसे मुश्किल सवाल यही है कि भाई सर्वाइव कौन करेगा, कौन सी वो 6 टीम्स होंगी जो आगे पहुंचेंगे ग्रैंड फाइनल्स तक, और कौन से वो नाम रहेंगे जिनकी कीज फिर से क्रश हमें होती हुई नजर आएंगी. बट एज आई सेड, दैट इज इट फॉर द ग्रुप स्टेजेस ऑफ दिस PMWC. हम लोग फिर से वापस लौटेंगे सर्वाइवल स्टेजेस के साथ ऑन द 11th. अंटिल देन, टेक केयर, गुड नाइट.
ये लोग भी चल गया. Why TAG trio looks scary for BGMS? अच्छा. मॉडल VWC फाइनल्स. ये कहाँ पर है गेम जो? ये भी है क्या? फ्रांस. ये भी फ्रांस में है क्या? ठीक है, तो हो गया बस, और क्या ही बोल सकते हैं. सही रहा. लगा नहीं था कि गॉडलाइक क्वालिफाई करेगी, क्योंकि कंपटीशन बहुत ज़्यादा था यहाँ पर, और गॉडलाइक थोड़ा सा स्ट्रगल भी कर रही थी, लेकिन फाइनली कर गए हैं क्वालिफाई. फाइनली कर गए हैं क्वालिफाई ग्रैंड फाइनल्स के लिए, दोनों इंडिया की टीम. और अब ग्रैंड फाइनल्स में जो मज़ा आने वाला है ना, मेरे को तो लगता है अब स्नैक्स का 5 लाख का भी रिकॉर्ड टूट ही जाएगा. मतलब हाँ, 5 लाख का रिकॉर्ड भी टूटेगा. फिर क्या पता, अगर ज़्यादा वॉचिंग जाता है और इंडिया अगर अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस देती है डे 3 तक भी, तो लगता है 6 लाख भी पहुंच सकता है. तो मतलब आज का रिकॉर्ड टूटने से, वो भी ग्रुप स्टेज पे, तो मैं उतना ज़्यादा सोच नहीं रहा हूँ, क्योंकि मेरे को पता है कि अब 2-3 दिन में या फिर 1 हफ्ते के अंदर में ये रिकॉर्ड वापस से टूट जाएगा. स्नैक्स ही तोड़ेगा वो रिकॉर्ड. तो वो देखते हैं. और इंडिया का अगर परफॉर्मेंस देखे तो वो भी बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़िया है, अच्छा परफॉर्म की है ग्रैंड फाइनल्स में. लेकिन सारी की सारी अच्छी टीम्स होने वाली है, तो फोकस नहीं ले रहा था क्या? तो चलो, आज का बस ये स्ट्रीम यहीं तक था. ज़्यादा हम लोग मैचेस को देख नहीं पाए, 2 ही मैचेस को देख पाए. स्टार्टिंग का मैचेस नहीं देख पाए थे. रोंडो में चिकन डिनर निकाला था 30 पॉइंटर, उसी के बदौलत मैं बोलूँगा जो मोमेंटम मिला है, तो गॉडलाइक क्वालिफाई की है. बाकी अभी हम लोग, मैं सोचता हूँ सर्वाइवल स्टेज का वॉच पार्टी नहीं करेंगे. अगर हो पाएगा तो वीडियो बनाने का ट्राई करता हूँ, जिससे थोड़ा सा सब्सक्राइबर्स भी फार्मिंग होगा, तो वीडियो बनाने का ट्राई करूँगा. और क्या बोल सकते हैं. और सीधा ग्रैंड फाइनल्स में मिलेंगे फ्राइडे को. मतलब अभी हम लोग के पास 4 दिन है. मंडे ट्यूसडे वेडनेसडे थर्सडे 4 दिन का छुट्टी रहेगा और उसके बाद सीधा हम लोग ग्रैंड फाइनल्स में मिलेंगे वॉच पार्टी करने के लिए। और ये बाकी सारे टीम्स का तब तक हम लोग एनालिसिस करके वीडियो भी बना सकते हैं। मेरे को बनाना तो है वैसे लॉन्ग फॉर्म वीडियो, देखते हैं क्या लिखा है। और BGMS भी कल से चालू हो रहा है। कल से BGMS भी चालू होने वाला है, वो भी देखेंगे BGMS में कौन सी टीम कैसा परफॉर्मेंस देती है। मेन दिक्कत ये है वीडियो बनाने में बहुत ज़्यादा मेहनत है और बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम लगेगा। फिर उसके बाद कट करो, पहले तो इन्फो निकालो वीडियो का कि किस टीम के ऊपर बनाना है, क्या क्या बनाना है, क्या बोलना है क्या नहीं बोलना है। उसके बाद वो वीडियो शूट करो, फिर वो वीडियो को एडिट करो, फिर वो वीडियो को अपलोड करो। बहुत ज़्यादा ही झंझट है। अगर स्ट्रीम पे बस समझाना होता तो समझा देता, लेकिन वीडियो बनाने में वैसे फोकस क्यों हट रहा है बार बार? फोकस हट जा रहा है। कहीं और देख रहा हूँ तो फोकस हट रहा है क्या? ऐसे दूर चल जाओ या ऐसे कहीं और देखने लगो। नहीं, अब नहीं हट रहा है फोकस, लेकिन बीच बीच में फोकस हट जा रहा है कैमरा का। कैमरा खराब हो रहा है क्या? इतना महंगा कैमरा खरीद लिया है और वो खराब हो जाएगा ऐसे। तो बस इतना ही बोलना था। हम लोग सीधा मिलते हैं फ्राइडे को। इंडिया की दोनों टीम्स क्वालिफाई कर गई, वो भी सीधा ग्रुप स्टेज से। किसी को विश्वास नहीं था, लेकिन इंडिया ने कर दिखाया है। और ऊपर से गॉड लाइक का जो डोमिनेशन था भाई साहब, हम लोग को लगा ओरंगुटान इतना बढ़िया खेली है, ओरंगुटान का यही शायद से पीक है इंडिया का। लेकिन फिर गॉड लाइक ने उससे भी ज़्यादा पॉइंट्स निकाल के, उससे भी ज़्यादा एग्रेशन में निकाल के, ज़्यादा किल्स के साथ 73, दो ही टीम्स का ज़्यादा इससे किल्स था, एक फोर्थ थ्राइव्स का और एक विटालिटी स्पोर्ट्स का। तो मतलब मज़ा आएगा ग्रैंड फाइनल्स में। और मेरी होप्स तो है कि शायद से इंडिया जीतना, बोलना मुश्किल है कि जीत सकते हैं, लेकिन मैं ये बोलूँगा कि हाँ टॉप 3 टॉप 5 का चांस है कि इंडिया की एक टीम आ जाएगी। और शायद से एक टीम होगी जो थोड़ा सा स्ट्रगल कर सकती है। अब कौन सी टीम होगी वो देखना है, लेकिन मेरे को ऐसा फील आता है एक टीम अच्छा करेगी टॉप 5 वगैरह, और एक टीम शायद से थोड़ा सा स्ट्रगल कर सकती है। लेकिन वो सब हम लोग को पता चलेगा सीधा ग्रैंड फाइनल्स में। तो हम लोग सीधा अब मिलेंगे अगला स्ट्रीम करने के लिए ग्रैंड फाइनल्स में। और अगर आप लोग को BGMI के बारे में, टूर्नामेंट्स वगैरह कुछ भी के बारे में जानना है तो मेरे को इंस्टाग्राम पे भी फॉलो कर लो, मैं वहाँ पे सारे अपडेट्स देते रहता हूँ। तब तक के लिए गाइस बाय बाय, और हम लोग मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट स्ट्रीम में जो कि होगा फ्राइडे को। और भारत माता की जय। हम लोग मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट फ्राइडे। बाय बाय, गुड नाइट।